Hey guys, this is Dave from Nerdarchy, for Nerds by Nerds, and today I'm hanging out with some of my peoples from the One Shot group over on Facebook, where we get together, hang out, and basically play RPGs online. So with that, I'm going to start with the first person I see to my left and move along. You guys can just introduce yourself and your character, and you're up first, Ty.
Hi, my name's Ty. My character is Shar. He is a black dragonborn monk.
Okay, next we have Jeremy.
Hi, my name is Jeremy. My character's name is Stanley Hillsworth, and he's a human cleric.
Cool, cool, and Will.
Hi, I'm Will. I'll be playing Romac, a human, and he's a fighter Eldritch Knight.
Awesome. And we got Gabe.
Hey everyone, I'm Gabe. I'll be playing Mel. He is a gnomish shop owner of Locks and Found, professional locksmith.
Nice, that's awesome. You probably right in town. You probably have a place too. Um, Adam.
Yeah, so I'm playing Anquetil. I'm a cleric archivist from Bocub. I come from the Great Archives to visit GryphonGaff and its elven libraries. And I heard that there was a public announcement in the square, so...
Awesome. So we were playing we're calling it our Chimes of Discordia campaign setting. It is the continent of Ulthganya, and right now where everybody is the town of GryphonGaff. It's not quite the size of a city, but it's a boom town. It's large. There's a decent population there. Some of you guys are visiting. Some of you guys are from the town. The Dragonborn is definitely visiting. As Adam said, he's there visiting the Elven Library. And, only moments ago, riders were sent throughout the whole town, summoning the general population, and almost with with an alarm of distress. And it's nothing of this scale has happened since any of you have ever been here. So it clearly must be something very important. So when you guys arrive at the town square, there are what has been referred to as the heroes of the town. Recently, there's been a lot of blood cultist activity, and there was a small band of adventurers that set out from the town and actually helped bring back some of the citizens that had been kidnapped by these blood cultists and were going to be sacrificed. And there's also been some other activity that they've clashed with, and even at one point the mayor was not kidnapped, but basically displaced by chaos magic, and these guys were actually the ones to go and retrieve him and bring him back. So they've have a little bit of a renown to them. Lyndon Helmsworthy is a halfling who runs a local business as well. He's a tailor, so anyone who's been here for a while would probably be aware of it. He runs his tailor shop, and it's fairly renowned for being a little bit uppity and snooty, and only the best of garments. So when you guys arrive, you see Uthengar, which is a dwarf warrior, and there is rumors that he's also a wizard. And recently he was just cleared of murder charges, standing with the mayor of the town, the captain of the guard, Nevik, a couple of wilderness type people. They look kind of rugged, and like they spend more time outside of this town than inside of it. In addition to wearing their armor and weapons, they also have furs draped around them. And you may have seen them around. They're basically like trappers, and they've been recently associating with these heroes of the town. So several people are holding this stack of documents, and the captain of the guard begins to read off, which after a little while you realize is a confession. And it's horrifying to realize that the confession is actually for Fallon Leafblade, the mayor of the town, who is also considered one of the heroes of this town. 50 years ago, there was a war with a massive invasion of monstrous humanoids, mainly orcs, led by a demonic orc, and him and 4 other heroes set out to put down the leader of this horde, and he was the only one to return. Well, during this confession, it turns out that he's actually been the leader of the blood cultists in GryphonGaff the whole time, and they never defeated the horde. His companions were all slain, and he begged for his life, and they spared him under the condition that the horde serves this blood demon, and that he would continue to keep the blood flowing for the blood demon, as long as his life was spared. And up until recently, he's been getting away with it. And according to this confession, he's felt guilt over it the whole time, and it's been eating him up ever since. And he kind of set up his own demise to be found out. And when the heroes confronted him, they came expecting a fight, thinking they're going to have to bring him down and bring him to justice. And all he did was turn over his sword and the confession. And basically, this is that announcement. And the judgment has been passed that he is to be executed. With that, the Dwarven warrior steps forward, brings his axe out with one shot right across the back of the neck, decapitates Fallon Leafblade, and the era has basically ended.
Wow.
And you hear cries of dismay throughout the crowd. Women and children openly weeping. Many of the men are just crestfallen. This is a blow to this community. When people start muttering, "What are we going to do? Who's going to lead us? Who's going to be the mayor?" You hear someone in the back scream, "Lyndon Helmsworthy for mayor." The mayor is dead. Long live the mayor. And with that, the halfling kind of steps up, looks like he's ready to say something. He looks a little bit abashed, which is a little bit odd for him because he's usually very boisterous and vocal. He's kind of a plump little halfling and very sociable. But as he gets ready to open his mouth to speak, the body that's laying in front of everybody, the blood just begins pooling out, like more blood than any half elf could possibly contain. And as you watch it, it begins to swirl and move. And as it does that, flecks of blood just keep flying off, and it's starting to cover everyone that was in the center of the town. Not the crowds, but the people that were actually out there talking and adjudicating over this event. And where the flecks hit the ground, you see them expand and grow to man-sized, vaguely humanoid shapes. It basically looks like if you were to take a person and just strip off all the flesh, that's what you would be left with, just dripping in gore. In the center, basically out of the neck is just this swirling vortex of blood until it almost looks like it's standing upright. It looks like a melted candlestick, just dripping. There's one blazing black eye in the center of it. It's probably about 4 foot round, 7 foot tall, and tendrils, like tentacles, like almost begin to push out from the sides of it. The people that are adjudicating over this whole event, you see them kind of like grab their face and they kind of stagger. You see their skin growing paler and paler, and they seem to be short of breath. And then the thing begins to speak. The blood demon will have his mayor and have his ruler. If not this one, then the next. This town will belong to him as it was promised. What are you guys doing?
Hmm.
I
The
think I'm
general populace is now screaming and trying to exit the center of town of the square.
I'm gonna launch 2 arrows at the blood demon
Okay.
from my short bow.
Okay, so if you guys want to, you can drop initiative and put it in the chat.
All right.
Um,
To your left.
I've got the Sentinel shield, so
Mhm.
I have advantage just to.
Okay.
Uh,
I guess we just roll our own dice.
Well, use. I'd prefer if you use Dice Stream. If you look to the left,
Oh,
you
sorry.
should see it.
Yeah, I see it now.
No big deal.
um, um,
So at this time, Stanley would he would stand up and be very fervent against this demon, and he would tell them, "You would go back to the 9 hells that you came from. You will not reign here any longer."
What he said.
Nice. All right, so you guys are definitely going to all act first this round. And as you say that, he begins, flailing his tentacles around in front of him.
okay, I think I've got an idea. Oh, who's first in our team?
Let's see. We got
I've
I got a
got
9.
11.
I got a 9 and a 19 in the chat so far. 7.
Oh, in chat. Gotcha.
Yeah. And I've got a 12, but it's -1, so it's 11
Okay.
for initiative.
Let's see. We need one more, right? What did you get, Adam? Did you say an
I
11?
got 11.
Okay. All right. So, Jeremy, you're up.
Oh,
So there's about a dozen of these other things that basically look like skinned humans.
all right. Well, Stanley would go after the main demon head, and he would chant, say a prayer to his deity. He would say, "Lord of Fire, send down your flames and burn this demon back into the hell that he came from." And he'll be casting Sacred Flame and dexterity check.
Okay. All right. Dex save, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right.
So just to be sure, there's a lot of creatures around the let's say the Master High.
Yeah. There's about a dozen of
Okay.
the creatures that look like skinned humans. So yeah. So that's
Were
a
they the
25
humans?
on the save, Jeremy.
Oh yeah, he makes it.
All right. So that brings us to the 12.
So it's me, I guess. Yeah, so I assume it's me. So my cleric will point the eye and say, "By the great knowledge of Bocub, I will banish you from this realm. Exilium!" And I cast Banishment.
Okay.
So I'll just look at the spell.
Is that a wisdom?
Banishment, Charisma saving throw.
Charisma. Okay, so that's the same. Let's see. You're bringing, but you're giving me nightmares here.
Sorry about that.
No problem. So that is a 19.
Um, he makes it. So what happened if I fail?
So I don't think anything happens when you fail. It just fizzles.
Yeah, just
So
yeah,
so what happens is you command him back to the hells,
yeah,
and
and
behind him a rift begins to open. It's as if the fabric of reality itself begins to peel itself apart, and it starts sucking at him. And you can almost like how wax looks when it runs down, or if you've ever seen like water or rain blown sideways, it kind of looks like that heading towards the rift, and it roars and rages and it slaps down its tentacles on either side of it, and it just kind of like shudders like a dog shaking off water, and with one baleful eye focused on you, it roars, and it's as if its voice alone is enough to deny your banishment, and it just pops out of existence the rift.
okay.
Right.
Well, I tried. I got one more chance, guys. So, well, I think it's gonna be the.
It's Gabe's turn now, I believe.
All right. Let's say I'm somewhere on the west side where everybody's at. How far away would this atrocity be?
Oh, you can easily get to him. It's just you're gonna have to run through these cadaver-looking guys first if you're trying to physically get to him.
Okay. So he would say within 30 feet?
Within 30 feet, absolutely.
Excellent. Then I'm not going to worry about these other guys. I am going to Vestinas is what I'm going to say. As I am, same time, the gesture is pulling out my dagger, and I'm going to Misty Step behind the atrocity, and then attempt to stab it with my little dagger.
Okay.
And that's right. Here we go. All right, so that's going to be a. Let me think here. That is going to be a 6 to a hit.
A 6?
Oh no, it's 18. Excuse me. I was thinking in my head. 12 plus 6 is 18.
Okay, that will absolutely hit.
All right, excellent. And I think I got the jump on him. I'm sure he didn't see me particularly.
Yeah, he has not. He's not actually acted yet.
All right, and we're going to go ahead and roll all this.
Nice.
So that is 12. 17 plus 3 is 20 points of damage from a little itsy bitsy dagger.
Nice. Is that a magic dagger or a regular dagger?
Regular.
Okay. And you went at a 12. I think I saw a 9
9 where?
to go. Oh, initiative order. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, that's me.
So that dagger, you found the spot that you thought was the weakest on him, and it slid in easily. You struck fast like a viper, but you did not do as much damage as you would have suspected. It's as if his flesh resisted your dagger.
Right.
Alrighty. And that's the end of my turn. I did my move, and then a bonus, and then my attack.
Okay. So that brings us up to 9 tie.
Okay, I'm gonna use my short bow and launch 2 arrows at this guy.
Okay.
17 and then a natural 20 for a 25.
Absolutely.
11 points of damage altogether.
Okay. And is that from a non-magical bow?
Correct, it's non-magical.
Okay.
Just trying to see if it'll do anything.
It does. You knock some flex away, but you know you've been around the block a little while, so you know those should have hit much harder than they did.
Okay.
And I guess last one to go is Will.
All right. Romac has been standing back, helping people to get away from the creature if they are trying to attack the populace. He takes his longbow out and knocks an arrow on the string. And can I make an Arcana check on this creature?
You can.
All right. So it's gonna be +5. Oh crap! That's not what I thought it was. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a 3. So we're gonna fail on the check. So whatever it is, I'm gonna throw 2 arrows at it.
Okay.
So how does it work? Trying to figure it out. 2 rolls. 20 and 19 naturals.
Nice. Dice Stream is hot tonight.
Nice.
Do I roll? I guess both my damage. Oh wait, first is a critical.
Crit is double the dice.
All right, so 2d8s. The first attack. 12 plus 16.
Okay.
And one more for the second attack. 9.
Okay.
All non-magical.
All right. So this thing roars in rage. You guys are really pissing it off. You know, as it screams, like in just like a foot under that black eye. You know, there's a toothy maw, and when it opens it up to scream, you just see like the strands of it looks like it looks like blood, you know, in its mouth. It's really just disgusting and gross and very vile.
I didn't vote for that.
So, you know what it does. You know, after it defeated the attempt at banishment, it went back to whipping its tentacles in a circle, and in between the tentacles started to form a mist, and from that mist, a creature steps out. It is, you know, easily 10 foot tall. It looks like a giant humanoid vulture, except for
Oh,
all of its feathers and plumage, and wherever there is bare skin, is a crimson red, and you can see like sores and scabs all over its body. It looks at you guys with a baleful eye, and the dozen or so cadaver-looking creatures begin marching forward towards you guys. You know, as that beast steps out of the mist, the demon made of blood stops. The fountain demon made of blood stops moving its tentacles, and its form begins to melt until it looks like a giant crimson spider. What it does is it scoops up the halfling, and it begins moving away from you guys. Gabe, you're right next to it, right?
I would be right behind it, correct.
Okay, so you can actually take an attack of opportunity.
Oh, okay. Then I will definitely try to attack this, and let's see here. I'm going to go ahead, and that will be a 16 to hit.
That will hit.
That will hit, all right. And we are going to hit it for 6 points of non-magical piercing damage.
Okay, so you know with that it just scurries away. It just takes it. Now, oddly enough, everyone that had been standing at the center of the square, outside of the crowd, like got flecked with that blood, they're all basically laying on the ground now, moaning and clutching their stomachs, and you know, especially Gabe, you'll be able to see that they're actually bleeding out of their eyes, their nose, like a little bit out of their mouth.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You can't tell how serious it is, but it doesn't look pretty. That's for sure.
Shit.
And all right, so you guys, pretty much other than the people that are laying on the ground, it's kind of like a tumbleweed town now. Everyone is pretty much run off. It took all the blood demons some time to form, so they actually had a bit of time, and the fact that you guys are still standing here kind of creates a bit of a barrier. So the vulture thing is actually right near you, Gabe. So
Okay.
you guys are about to get a little intimate.
But no.
I'm not that kind of gnome.
I'm not into giant tentacle blood eye monster.
Oh, I forgot to ask you. How many sanity did I lose?
How many? Oh, sanity. Yeah. All the sanities now belong. All your sanity now belongs to us. So it comes in with with its pinchers at you, its talons raking down at you, and one of them, I believe one of them is going to miss, but not so sure about that other one there. I think that might hit.
Okay.
First one might have been a feint.
And I fainted into the next attack.
All right, so we'll roll the damage for that before we make the next attack. And actually, this is probably going to hurt a little bit.
Okay. So mean to me.
Man.
I know. So that is that's 30 points of damage.
Okay.
Oh.
And he actually had to attack me for that, correct?
Yes.
All right. I am going to go ahead and do I believe it's uncanny dodge, and
Excellent.
I'm going to have that damage.
Good call. So you're able to roll with it, and it doesn't hurt nearly as much. Does a 16 does hit you, right?
16 will hit me, correct?
Yes. Okay. For 10 points of damage. All right, now the rest of you guys. You guys have the cadavers lurching towards you. You know, they don't move particularly fast. They're even slower than the smaller races. As they walk, there's this disgusting sucking sound. As their feet, it's almost like dried blood being pulled from the bottom of their feet to the ground every time. And you know, they come in swinging heavy fists. And we will start with Adam.
Okay. Seeing the enemies that approaches, I will start making hand movements, and I will say, by the will of Bokub, I summon his guardians, Spiritus Custodes, and I cast Spirit Guardians.
Well, it's actually your turn yet, though. So
okay, so it's
oh,
sorry, I thought it was like they moved and it was.
Yeah, because they weren't quite that far from you guys. So
okay, well,
they just barely make it to you, and instead of casting a spell, you're getting punched in the head. I think.
Well, that works.
It's almost the same thing.
It's okay.
So actually, you get missed.
Nice.
You manage to duck. You know, these things are rather clumsy.
Yeah.
And then they're not near you, Gabe. But we'll go right down the line to Will here.
All right. So yeah.
So one throws a punch at you, and you duck as well. I mean, it got 17 on the die, but it was not good enough. Definitely not good enough. So you easily are you fighting with a shield?
I'm fighting with the bow right now, so I would have -3. So I would be at 18.
Okay, well you're actually able to get the bow up and block with the bow instead of
All right.
getting clobbered. Jeremy, one comes lurching in towards you. Again, these things are not very accurate. They're slow to move, and you just easily just step right out of the way.
Sweet.
And Ty, same thing. The one almost falls on its face trying to get to you.
Okay.
And now with that, we are back up to the top of the order.
Okay. So as this thing has tried to hit Stanley, he mutters a prayer to his deity, and he strikes down on him with his mace that he has in his hand.
Okay, so before you guys do anything at all, though, I just want to put this out there. These things, while they are gross and creepy looking and disgusting, so far they seem very slow and ponderous and ineffectual. Next to the vulture-looking demonic creature that you guys watched rip into Gabe, and it was only his quick reflexes that really saved him from from real serious harm. But that thing definitely looks dangerous compared to these guys. Okay, Jeremy, proceed.
Okay. Well, Stanley would still make a strike at one of these gobbering, goobs that were coming after him.
Okay.
And that would be a 10.
And that will actually hit. It's almost as if it lumbered into your swing.
Nice. So that's a D6. That is +4. That would be 6 damage.
Okay, with that swing, you basically knock off one of its arms, and it's just like kind of dangling, useless at its side, and you just see all the blood and gore just kind of like sloshing right off of it. It's pretty disgusting, but it's still on its feet. That would bring us to the 12s.
Okay.
Thank you. Finally got me off. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, and it's still near me, right?
Yes.
And we will. How many eyes is this thing? Eye sockets or stalks or?
Two, because
Okay.
well, okay, so the initial thing that you I guess you misty step to attack.
Hmm.
That thing is actually about 30 feet away now, carrying the halfling. Right now, the vulture, the 10-foot tall vulture-looking demonic humanoid creature in front of you, that has two, where the other thing had one eye.
Okay. Then let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and let's see here. That is not a hit, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm gonna roll 6d10, I believe. Second level, or it's just first level. Okay, so I'm doing it in first level, so I'm gonna do 6d10 real quickly. This is how many dice is going to be under a color spray.
Okay.
And since he's the closest, one more. So that's, wow. That's 16, 20,
That's effective.
30. Wow. Wow, 28, 29. That's the 6, so 29. So 35 hit points worth. I don't think it is. I don't think it's going to be effective.
What's the range on that?
The color spray is, it's from myself, 15-foot cone.
Okay.
It's basically, and within the cone is basically going to be affected. Let's see, starting with the lowest creature near me. So there's only one creature, technically. Is that correct?
You might. I'm going to say it will get one of the other cadaver-looking creatures.
Okay, one of the other cadavers.
Mhm.
All right, and all right. So basically, he's gonna end up being blind and dazzled.
Okay. So one of those things is blind and dazzled.
And then I am going to then take my bonus action and do a sidestep behind this thing and attempt to hide.
Okay.
And then let's see here. That roll. My roll. Okay, 16. And I am. Let's see here. Take a look. 16 plus my actual stealth is
A lot.
20. Yeah, 25.
Gonna go out on a limb a lot. Okay. So, for all intents and purposes, the gnome just vanished from you guys.
Okay.
Wow.
Astonishing.
It's not the first time I lose a gnome.
And, the creature that had been just trying to chew on him, starts looking around and shrieking in rage. So you cast your spell, use your bonus action to hide. Are you staying right there?
I am staying right there. Actually, I can move. I can move about 10 feet. Well, no, because it still invokes the attack of opportunity. So no, I'm gonna stay right there.
Well, it only invokes an attack of opportunity if he sees you.
Okay, if you want to play with that, we can. I will move 10 feet with the people, amongst the people, or towards people. So
Okay.
I'll move 10 feet away.
Okay. So with that will bring us to
Me.
yes.
Questions. If I cast a spell on myself, do the creature get an attack of opportunity?
Nope. Wrong edition.
Okay, good. Nice. So, Anquetil, having reading a lot of books, had time to fantasize about his spirit guardian spell, and I will do the exact same thing I said earlier, which was in my head at the time, and I will cast Spirit Guardian. So. There's a 15-foot radius around me that becomes an aura filled with angels, which wings are parchment bits instead of feathers, and they will defend me against all assailant. And I must specify in the spell that they do not affect the blood creatures and the two demons. So, and sure, every creature that is considered my enemy have its speed halved while in my radius, and when they enter the area for the first time or when they start their turn in my area, they must do a wisdom saving throw. If they fail, they will suffer 3d8 radiant damage, and if they successfully save, they will take half as much. So
Okay, so it's a 15-foot radius off of you, though?
yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to say there's two of them in that aura right now.
Yeah.
Okay, but they haven't acted yet, so.
Yeah, it's all right. It's just I'm just doing this for defensive purposes.
Yep.
And I guess I'm gonna back off a little. Just like I'll just move back like 5 feet away from the first blood.
Okay, if you do, it's going to take a swing at you, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all right. You can just you can have a go at it.
And he misses.
All
so
right.
you move away easily.
Yeah. So it's gonna be this for my turn.
Okay. And so that brings us to the tie, I believe.
Okay. Quick question: the cadaverous-looking guy that's in front of me, what is behind him going back, say, 30 feet?
Back 30 feet would be the vulture creature.
All right. Well, what I'm going to do is throw my short bow to the side, shrug off my backpack, and say, "Let's see how you do with a breath weapon." And then I unleash my acid breath weapon. Uh, it's a DC 12 for half damage, 5 foot wide, goes back 30 feet in a
Okay.
straight line.
All right, roll up your damage.
That's 6. Bad
All right.
rolls.
So okay, and that you said that was a line, right?
Yes, it's a line.
All right. So the guy right in front of you, he takes it right in his face, and you basically half melt off his face, and it's just doing the moaning thing that it's been doing.
Okay.
It doesn't go down, but it just kind of hisses at you as the acid burns through his face.
All right.
All right, then we get the guy behind him, and
Oh, yeah. He made it.
yeah, he's going to take half damage. You said it was 6?
Yes.
All right. All right, who's up next? That brings us to Will.
All right. How many of the cadavers are around me?
Just the one.
Just one. So I'll get rid of my longbow and get my shield out along with my rapier. And am I right that the spider is running away and the vulture is like covering the retreat?
Pretty much, yes.
All right. So if there's only the one cadaver, I'll move through it and just like presented my shield passively just for him to gnaw at something, and just go straight for the vulture.
Okay.
Do I get there in one round?
Oh yeah, it's close enough.
All
But
right.
on your way in, the cadaver smacks you.
Wow.
You're, you're the first one they actually hit. Woohoo! They have a little mini party.
Man.
So it basically punches you in your face for 5 points of damage, and when he pulls his fist back, it kind of like sticks a little bit and pulls at your cheek and leaves a gooey smudge of dried blood.
Just thinking about it, how far are we from each other? Because I don't know if my area spell could, affect and help a few of my friends.
Yeah, it actually will. It's going to affect 2 of them.
Okay.
They just haven't acted yet, so.
Okay, it's all right.
So yeah, I guess basically I accept the punch and I somewhat rub my face and just put more blood on one half of it, and I look at the vulture and I say, "You're gonna look way much worse than that," and take 2 swipe at it.
Okay.
So that would be 14 and 25.
The 25 hits.
All right. There. It's gonna be 10 points of piercing damage, magical.
Okay.
And that would end my turn.
Alright, so they get a saving throw versus your spiritual guardian, correct?
Yeah, it's wisdom saving throw.
Okay, so what's your DC?
15.
Okay, they both fail, so they do take the damage.
Okay. So it's gonna be 21 radiant damage on the first. And 12 radiant damage on the second one.
Okay, so they basically they just both explode from all the radiant damage.
Wow.
Blood goes flying everywhere. Then, and that's all that is really left of them. That's what they seem to be made of.
Nice.
And then, okay, at Ty, the one that's in front of you, that's got it's on its last leg.
Yeah.
It is going to swing at you, but it is blinded,
Oh.
so it's not going to swing well. Not that they were swinging particularly well anyway. So it swings off to the right where you are. You're not even over there. You can clearly see that its eyes are not seeing.
Okay.
The one that was in front of you, Will, begins to move towards you, but it gets to you, but it doesn't attack. It only has enough movement to get to you. It's, like I said, they're slow and ponderous.
All right.
So now you're kind of sandwiched between this demonic blood vulture and one of those cadaver creatures.
All right.
And that leaves you, Jeremy. So the one that is in front of you, actually, I don't believe there is any more left to act, because the one that was in front of you exploded along with atoms from
Nice.
radiant damage. So that only leaves the vulture creature looking down at Will's character. And you see the baleful menace in its eyes as it looks at you, and then it just screams in rage. Will, you can make a con save as well as Gabe.
All right. Nine. Ugh. Oh wait, no, I have proficiency in that. So that's 12.
And he beat me by 1. I have 11.
Okay, both of you guys. When you see what you see is this creature, basically expand its chest as far as it can, throw back its head and its arms, and just scream. And both of you just drop to your knees, clutching your ears. You are stunned.
All right. Ow, that hurt.
Not expecting that.
And with that, we can go to the top of the order.
Okay. Seeing this vulture has released this horrible scream, Stanley holds his talisman up and he says, "Feel the wrath of the Lord of Light," and he's going to cast Guiding Bolt. Oh.
A one.
That's a 1.
That is a one. So what we do on ones is we roll another d20.
That's a 13.
Okay, that is a 13, and actually, you're gonna roll that one with advantage because those guys are stunned. So roll a d20 one more time for me. Okay, so the 13 was the highest. So what is that? What does that 13 end up being?
Plus 7, so a 20.
Okay, so that's a 20. And all right, so I'm just gonna roll a 4-sider, and 1, 2 will be Will, and it's Gabe. So
I will have. Go ahead. Sorry.
so that is going to hit you.
It can see me now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it hits me.
Okay, Jeremy, roll your damage.
Oh, Jeremy hits me.
Yes, he just critically failed.
Okay. So the whatever happens flings. Okay, got it.
So basically, he sends forth a bolt of radiant light from his god, and the creature just sidesteps it Matrix style, and you happen to be behind it.
All right. And what kind of save is it?
There's no save. It either hits
It's just
you or it
damage.
doesn't. It's guiding bolt. Yeah. So 8 damage.
Okay. 8 damage.
Okay, so are you doing anything else?
No, that's gonna end my turn.
Okay. All right, so that brings us to our 12, which you're stunned.
Yep, I am, and that's my first round of being stunned.
Yes. So you'll just be stunned until the end of the creature's next turn.
However, I will try to do an arcane check about these things being able to do this sacred blast. Are they able to? Or that's like weird. Because none of my actual allies would ever hit me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So, I got a 20 on the arcane check to see if these things could even cast that spell.
You don't think so? You kind of know what happened. You've seen the thing move out of the way. As Jeremy's character Stanley is pointing, and the bolt streaks forward from his hand, and you both have the same look of surprise on your faces as
So
it comes glancing in.
So I forevermore will know that this thing cannot cast a guiding bolt. Got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Adam, you're up. What are you doing?
Okay, I see the vulture is quite the menace. So first, I will cast a guiding bolt of mine on him. So it's a ranged attack. Let's do this. 20.
And that hits.
Okay, so he takes 46 radiant damage. So we're talking about 12 radiant damage.
Okay.
And the next attack roll made against him will have advantage. And I will do so by casting Spiritual Weapon, which is a bonus action.
Okay.
I will cast it so that it appears in front of him. It will be just a bright staff of pure force energy. And when I cast it, I get to immediately attack him.
Yep.
So I will make another attack. Oh, and I have advantage. Don't forget. So a total of 26.
Will absolutely hit.
So it's 1d8 plus my wisdom. Okay, so 5.
Okay.
5 force damage. Force damage? No, sorry, it's something else. Just 5. Oh no, it's force damage. Not that it matters.
Okay, so basically you smack it across its beak, and it turns a baleful eye towards you.
Mm-hmm. Come to me, my friend, and face the wrath of my angels.
And okay, so I guess that brings us to Ty.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to throw one punch, which is considered magical, at the guy in front of me.
Okay.
And I got an 18. I'm guessing that hits
It does.
for 7 points of damage. And then the rest of my action, I'm going to charge at, or I'm going to run to the vulture creature.
Okay, so you hit it and its head rocks back.
Okay.
It does not go down.
Okay.
And let's see. As you run by, it takes a swipe at you, but you easily evade it.
Okay.
And so you can easily make it to the monster in front of you. What are you gonna do?
Well, I didn't figure I could do anything more after that, but
Well, you're a monk, right? 5th level.
yeah, 8th level.
8th level. Yeah. So you have 2 attacks around.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll go ahead and throw my other attack at it.
Okay, and you also have your bonus action too, if you choose to use that to do something.
Yeah, I'll use the bonus action for my offhand unarmed attack. Oh,
Okay.
that sucks. Well, I got a 10 with the first one and a natural 1 with the second one.
Okay, so so they both miss badly, and make a dex check, DC 15. You can use acrobatics if you have it.
Okay. Natural 20.
Okay.
Nice.
So you come in with a flurry of blows. You swing so hard that as it gets out of the way, you're not able to stop your momentum for dropping you right to the ground, but you just do a kip up right back up.
Oh, yeah. I look good doing it, at least.
Absolutely. All right. So Will, you're actually still stunned. So you're standing there, kind of drooling in yourself.
I'm seeing red.
Yes. And but with that, the the vulture creature turns its eyes to the dragonborn monk that just dared to try and strike at him.
Hi.
It sneers at you, which is pretty impressive for a creature with a beak. And comes in with its claws, its talons swiping at you, hitting AC 20,
Yikes.
which I believe that will hit you.
Yes.
Alright, so for 20 points of damage.
Okay.
And then it leans down to give you a kiss as you feel the beak close in around your shoulder.
$50 Shades of Dragon.
For 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And then the rest of the cadaver creatures, their head all kind of swivels and turns to the priest with the spiritual guardian, and it's almost as if they're attracted to the holy energy that you're putting out. They all begin to shamble towards you. So even ones that had previously been kind of wandering off.
Okay. As long as they enter my aura, they will suffer. Oh, God damn it!
So okay, so they're not attack rolls; they're saving throws.
Yeah.
Is it save for half or save for none?
It's safe for half.
Okay, so roll your damage.
Okay. Do you want me to roll once for all of them? To
Yeah,
make it
yeah, just
faster?
roll once for all.
Uh, 10, so 10 radiant damage for those who failed, and 5 for those who successfully saved.
So even still, 5 of them just explode
Wow.
into mist, fine red mist all over the place, and then the other ones, one of the other ones was injured. Actually, 2 of the other ones were injured anyway, so they explode as well.
Nice.
So that actually worked out pretty good for you.
It did. Bokab is and his knowledge always prevail.
So you only have 3 of them that are actually in your face right now,
Okay.
but they're going to make their presence known.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 of those will actually hit, and 1 is a crit.
Okay.
All right, so that 6-sider actually doesn't count because I clicked the wrong button. 5, 6, 10, 13, 15, and you take 19 points of damage.
Okay.
As they begin to pummel.
Okay. And I will make my Constitution, my concentration save for Spirit Guardians, since it's concentration.
Okay, so all right.
But I'm a Warcaster, so I get to have advantage on this.
Okay, and it's gonna be 2 separate checks because there's 2 different hits.
Okay, yeah. So the first one is successful.
Okay.
And the second one also is.
Okay.
So my aura is still effective.
It is still up. And now we go back to the top of the order. And you guys that were stunned, you are no longer stunned.
Just to make sure, from what I see, Romac is pretty messed up right now, right?
Not really.
No, not really. Okay, I thought you said you were seeing red earlier, so I was afraid you were dying or something.
I think he was just RPing the stun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have some blood from the face from one of the cadavers.
Okay, good. Well, that's
it's not my blood. It's okay.
Yeah.
The people that have been injured are Gabe and I believe Ty.
Okay.
Those 2 are the most injured.
Good.
And Jeremy, you are up.
Okay, seeing that my spell is failed, I'm going to run up to this vulture creature and attack him with the mace that I have in my hand, and that would be a 21.
Okay, so you solidly land that.
And I'll do 1d6. And that would do 9 damage to it, and it's a magical mace if that counts for anything.
It does. Good to know.
So +1.
Anytime you guys want to describe your attacks, your hits, anything like that, feel free to throw it in there.
And then afterwards, Stanley would shout, "Heal, my gnomish friend," and he would use healing word on Male. Seeing that he attacked him, he's going to try to heal him, try to make amends.
Okay.
So that'll be 1d4 plus 4 healing.
Okay.
You want us to roll it? Okay.
7.
Okay, there we go.
7 points.
All right, and then with that, we are at. You're up, Gabe.
All right, excellent.
Feeling slightly better than you did before.
Yes, I am, and I can actually move this time. I feel like I can get up, and then I'm going to. All right, the blood vulture. Since I'm kind of far now, I'm actually going to cast a spell that's actually going to arise from underneath him, and it's going to be a frosted skeletal hand that's going to actually first try to palm him in the beak, and then it's going to just sit there. And so we'll see if I can actually make it happen and hit. And that is going to be a little bit different on my scale of spells. I forgot about that. 12 plus the, what is it, 7, so that's going to be 19 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
All right, and then we're going to go ahead and let it, 8 points of frost damage hinder on him. And if he happens to be undead, well, he will have a disadvantage to attack me, but he won't be able to heal the rest of this round. If he can.
And okay, so he's not undead. How much damage did you say?
8 points of cold damage.
Okay, so it did not seem as effective as the spell has been for you in the past.
Okay, excellent. I know it's okay.
And that brings us to Adam. You're up.
Yep.
You're right now currently surrounded by 3 of the cadavers.
Yeah. I will. Yeah. Since they were pretty effective, I will lash at one of them with my mace. So my dices, and it's gonna fail.
What's your number?
Well, total it's 7.
Okay, absolutely misses, but just barely.
But still, with my bonus action, my staff of force, my spectral weapon, will lash at the vulture again. So it will spin and slam him on top of his head, pretty much just after the palm from the frost skeletal hand slammed him on the chin or on the beak. And yeah, we'll just roll my attack. For a total of 21.
Absolutely hits.
So 1d8 plus 4. 7 force damage.
Okay.
And with my... I guess I'll stay there. Yeah. Yeah, it's the end of my turn.
It grunts as you smack it across the face with your staff and just lets out a little growl.
Okay.
What are you doing, Ty?
I'm going to do 2 karate chops across the face on this thing.
Okay.
First.
A he and a ya.
And a ya. A 21 and a 20.
All right, so you made up for last round.
Both of those hit?
They both hit.
A total of 10 points of damage.
Okay, and I believe that's magic damage because you were a high enough level monk.
Correct. Yes. And then I'm going to burn a Kai point to disengage.
Okay.
And I'll move back 35 feet.
Okay. So you disengage and start doing all kinds of ninja flips out of there.
I think that's all I can do.
And Will's up.
All right. So there's only.
Now that you've been left all alone with this vulture creature.
So okay, I'm one-on-one with it, right?
Yes, you are.
All right. We'll cast mirror image on myself,
Okay.
and I will action surge and attack it with my rapier.
Nice.
Oh my. So that's a 16 and worse.
16 will hit.
All right. Oh my. 6 points of damage.
Okay. Getting those low numbers out of the way.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay, you're the bottom of the order. That brings us to Adam. Roll your damage.
Okie dokie. 10 radiant damage.
Okay. And these are all injured.
Yeah.
So I don't even think it's going to matter. No, it doesn't. And you're just drenched in old style blood at this point, as they all explode
Nice.
from just being in your aura. And then that brings us to Will and his friend. Pretty much.
Hey, I think I'm up there too, Dave.
Oh yes, you're there as well. Okay, even better.
No, there's 4 of us.
Yeah.
Hey, aren't we in the same town?
Are you in the same town?
Yeah, but never mind.
So the two of you are right next to it. Gabe, you had moved off. How far did you move away?
About 10 feet?
Okay. So basically, you see like its whole body exude like this red mist within like a 15-foot radius.
Okay.
So Will, Gabe, and Jeremy can all make Constitution saves.
Okay.
I should be good with that. 17.
17 is good.
That'd be a 14 for me.
Okay, that's good. And Gabe,
And me is going to be an 11.
not so good. You now have the poison condition.
I'm now poisoned. Okay. Sounds fun. Let's see here. I'll take a look. Nope, I'm not stout. Okay.
You're not stout. Not only are you not stout, you're not even a halfling.
Oh yeah. God, so many characters I play, right?
That's all right. I feel your pain. Okay, so that's its turn. It's done. It just did that and released poison into the air around it. It already seems to be dissipating, except for those people that it landed on.
As stupid as it may be, can I do an Arcana check to maybe see if this
Rock
mist
is
and
what I
what
meant.
was
I meant
built of it
rock.
is magic?
To see what's magic?
If the mist and what may happen to people is magic in essence, or if I cannot, it doesn't matter. It's all right.
You're a knowledge cleric.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say that you don't. It's not actually magic. You know, without even a check. It's not really that it's magic. They're natural abilities of this creature.
Okay.
Which I mean, you pretty much know that these are demons, especially when you try to banish it, and
Yeah.
and basically you open the rift to the abyss to try and send it back. You just happen to shrug it off on the last one. So you know that while it's not magic per se, the creatures are magical in nature because they're
Okay.
demons.
Thanks. It does change something in the what I wanted to do, so
Okay,
it's good.
and Jeremy's up again.
Okay, so would I be able to make a 15-foot cone and not hit anyone else?
Yeah, you can maneuver for that.
All right, so I begin chanting a prayer to my God again, and I bring my hands up, and you see flames shoot from my hands, and it needs to make a dexterity saving throw or take 3d6.
Okay. Oh, 2 on the die. So it is going to fail that saving throw. I'm going to guess your DC is higher than 7.
Yes.
So
S-
basically, when you're casting Burning Hands,
yeah, that's it.
when you go to do this, it's like it puts its face there to see what you're doing.
Yeah.
So you see like bright golden flames come out of my hands, and it ignites this creature's, whatever hair it has, it ignites it on fire, and it takes 9 damage.
Okay, so it does harm it. You singe it, but again, you've used this spell enough times to know that it should have did more. It kind of shrugs most of the effect off, or perhaps half of the effect off. So okay, that brings us to a 12 next, I believe. Gabe.
All right, so I'm actually seeing that all my sailing is not working very well. So I'm going to pull out my my hand crossbow and take aim to the um, I believe it's the cadaver that's on the monk. If that's what I remember correct.
No, all the cadavers have been blown up pretty
They
much.
have been. Okay, so he's actually on the blood. That's the blood vulture.
Yes.
All right, so I'm actually going to take aim on the blood vulture and then go ahead and attack, and it is engaged with somebody. Correct, momentarily. Correct.
It is.
Yes, it is. Wow. Okay,
To
so
somebody.
we are going to hit it magnificently, and let's see. So I'm going to roll 2 dice
Natural
for the
20.
actual die, and then you would say I would do the sneak attack on it.
Yes.
Okay, so it's going to be 4 more, and then 4 more, and then I'm going to roll, and then see if I can do my math good.
Oh, that's a 20.
Yes, sir, it is. And
Nice.
let's see, so we got, let's see here, we got 10, 11, 16, 17, 21, 28, 35 points of damage to it
Nice.
of non-magical piercing with a hand crossbow.
Yeah, that you just took out one of its eyes.
Sweet. Never leave home without it. And then I will move up about 25 feet towards it, unless I'm already catch up to it.
You're only 10 feet away because that's where you were before.
So it never actually continued moving. I thought it continued moving again. Okay, then I will actually then. Oh wow! I will move up the 10 feet back, and then the bonus action I will take will be to hide again.
Okay.
Oh.
And yeah, that's going to be 38.
Nice.
Or 28, excuse me, 28, excuse me. A little too high.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Simple third edition.
That's like Pathfinder numbers there.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was thinking 10, and I was already adding it in my head, and I was adding 10 on top of it. So I was like, wait, that's not right.
Uh, just before he disappears, does he look pretty messed up, or is he all right?
That's a
I
good
mean,
question, Gabe. What are you down?
Me? Oh, I am a little more better than you would think about being halfway. So you're like, yeah, he's pretty good. He can handle a
okay.
couple more rounds or so.
Feel free to come my way if you need.
And I think Will
Uh,
took some damage too. So
yeah, it was him or Ty, or Will. Ty, are you all right?
I'm about halfway down.
Okay, because I think it's my turn now, right?
it is. Yeah, you're after Gabe.
Okay.
Mhm.
Um, I will. I will go right beside the Shar,
Yeah.
the Dragonborn, and I will apply my sweet, sweet healing magic on him. So it's going to be a cure wound, but third level spell slot. So make sure it's going to be
So it should be
3
three
to
to eight.
8. Yeah. Uh, 12, 13 plus 4. So 17.
Okay. Cool. Thanks.
And with my bonus action, I will strike at the vulture again. So my staff spins, and it will directly slap him like between his two wings. Just a big friendly slap on the back. So 20, 26.
Oh, that would absolutely hit him right where you wanted. You put it right where you wanted it.
Yep. And 12 damage. 12 force magic damage.
Okay, it's looking kind of woozy on its feet.
Good. It's the end of my turn. I took every action I could.
So you're up, Ty.
Okay. Um, First thing I'm going to do is run around about 15 feet behind the demon, and then I'm going to burn a couple of more tie points and cast Silence, uh, basically on the ground at the spot I'm standing. And it goes out 20 feet, so it should include the demon, but I'm hoping it won't include other members of my party who some of them appear
To be casting
bad.
spells.
Yeah. So
You could probably maneuver to. Well, actually, everyone around it casts spells.
okay.
So I'm going to say it's going to be impossible to not catch somebody.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't forget, I've got my Aura of Angels that can deal some pretty good damage.
Well, I'm still going to cast it. Hopefully, I won't get everybody at least. I just don't want it to use that screeching voice thing again, or
Yeah.
maybe it can stop it from any kind of spells or whatever else it can do. And that's my action.
Okay. So, all right, that brings us to Will.
All right, I'm gonna take 2 swipe at it with my rapier, and with my since I have 3 duplicates of myself, it's like I'm fighting a little bit like what the monk looked like when he was doing his flurry of blows.
Nice.
All right. So 15
That will hit.
and more than that. So 2 hits.
You kill it. Do you want to describe the kill?
Um, yeah, basically, with because I have my mirror image, I'm taking swipe at it, and he doesn't know where actually it comes from. He's trying to defend like the front at forefront at the same time. So I basically slash him down until it stops moving.
Oh,
Right. So it goes down, and it begins to almost like a bird molting, but like in um, sped up, and until there's nothing left but these crimson feathers, and then they begin to basically turn into just a pool of blood, and it begins to evaporate.
oh man, and I just cast silence, so we don't get to hear its death cries.
Yeah, yeah. You see it. You see it shrieking and screaming, but you hear nothing.
And it's been a while since you had someone shut up this gnome.
So with that, pretty much there's the two people in armor and furs laying on the ground. There's the dwarf, and there's the captain of the guard. None of them look too good. The dwarf looks up at Gabe, who's the closest, and you guys are just on the outside of the silence. And he says, "You got to get Lyndon. You got to get Lyndon.
Lyndon.
Lyndon's." And you guys know he's the halfling. You got to help him. And then he says, it went back in the direction where this all started. The elf will know. The elves will know. And then he kind of passes out.
Okay.
Well, I'll dismiss the silence at this point, or stop concentrating on it.
As he's speaking, I will. No, I'll go ahead and do that. I'll just remember. I'm just gonna do it. So Lyndon, speak to him, and where it started, the elves would know. Excellent.
There she is.
And then I go find Lyndon. Sorry, I didn't know you guys were still waiting for me. I'll go find Lyndon and motion those who have fought alongside me to follow and then find Lyndon.
So what you have right now is you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 figures: a human, a dwarf. So total of 3 humans, a dwarf, and an elf, all basically laying on their sides, kind of bleeding slightly out of every orifice, and they look really bad. And they're in various states of unconsciousness, like almost like fever dreams.
Could I do a medicine check on them to see if I could do anything to heal them?
Oh yeah, you
Bring them
absolutely.
back.
Make a medicine check.
I could do too. I've got an healing kit. I could help him in his procedure.
Okay.
That's
So
a 23.
okay, so basically, it seems like they're under the effect of some kind of disease, but you're not familiar with it, which makes you believe it could possibly be actually magic in nature. In this town, there is a Church of the Light, which basically, as opposed to being a bunch of separate churches for each deity, like the goodly deities, they kind of just share a church.
We try to get these guys to the church before we charge off.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay, well, I'll pick up one of the humans, and I'm guessing the church will be rather obvious in a town.
Yeah, yeah. And then Gabe's character probably, he has a shop, so he probably actually has a shop in this town and is native here, so he knows where to go and what's around. And after after things settle, some of the people kind of come back and they help you.
Okay.
Someone finds a wagon and a horse, and you guys are able to put them in there and kind of move them carefully.
And does it take long? I mean, how far away is this the big eye demon and Linden?
Well, they're actually out of sight because you guys fought for several rounds.
Okay. So I guess the whole thing will take more than 10 minutes. I guess.
Yeah, it's going to take
Okay.
you like 20-30 minutes.
Okay, then my after like a few minutes, I will just dispel my spirit guardians. They will disappear.
But I definitely know where this tailor shop is.
Yeah, you would know. You actually, there's a good possibility you being a guild member, that you would actually, you may have had dealings with Lyndon yourself.
Gotta get nice clothes.
I'll just throw it out there. Do we want to rush in, or do we want to take a short rest first?
Well, you guys don't actually know where to go yet.
Okay.
Yeah, we really don't know where we're going. We have to find Lyndon, which I know where his shop is. That's the only next place to go after the church.
Lyndon was the halfling, actually, that the demon took.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said he was the owner of the tailor shop.
He is. It's the same person. So, yeah. Okay. So what the dwarf said is you have to get him back. And
get him back. Oh, okay, I thought you said go help him. Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Go help him get him back. And he said, you know, where he said something about where everything started, and that the elves would know.
Okay, and what would I know about maybe the history of the city of which elves? Which elves would he be referring to?
I can help with that too.
Yeah, you would actually guess that it's the library because it's
library.
Run by the elves. And also Adam, you know, he's been hanging out there, and studying what they have there.
Okay, then the library, I would let them know then, in that case, better enlightenment, that the library would be the next best place we can go after we stop and off at the church. And the elves that run it will actually be able to give us more insight of where it all started.
Just before we leave, my friends, would you care for a quick prayer that could maybe lessen our wounds? It would take a few minutes.
What sort of prayer lessens wounds?
A prayer of healing, my friend.
Very well. Speak to your deity.
I'm up for it.
So I began chanting. It takes around 10 minutes.
Yeah, you could probably even get on the wagon and do that while you guys are moving. I would imagine.
I can heal up to 6 creatures, including me. So I guess all the party plus let's say the dwarf.
Okay.
So it's going to be 2d8 plus 4. Well, okay. It's 8. Everybody regains.
Okay. So everyone gets 8 back, but it doesn't seem to have any effect on the dwarf.
Okay. Well, I've just learned something, my friend. It seems this disease that affects the people of GryphonGaff prevents them from receiving Bokub's healing.
Well, maybe it'll work at the church, like on hallowed ground or something like that.
Maybe.
And also, Gabe, like almost a year ago, there was a blood cultist attack right in the center of town, where there were others that were kind of afflicted with the same kind of disease before, and at the Church of the Light, they were able to receive care and some help from Father Frelier.
Father Frelier, okay. And I will bring up his name. Father Frelier actually healed him last time. And I do a quick little smirk, like, yeah, this happened again.
Yeah. Although this time was much worse than the first time.
Is this like a seasonal thing? Every summer you guys get hit with this or something?
Yeah, you know, it's like, you know, Christmas.
Well, Well,
A bloody Christmas.
not
Yeah.
every year.
So you guys make your way to the temple. You're there in no time. You know, the streets have been pretty much cleared with all the excitement that's gone down. And you know, a couple of the priests have actually come out to see what all the commotion was about. And you know, before you stands Father Frelier, an older man with pale gray eyes and bald on top and hair around the sides of his head. He's human. The skin kind of sags off of him with age. He's wearing his pristine white robes with gold trim, and you know, he has his ceremonial staff of his religion and his order. And oh my God, what has befallen our town?
The blood plague has returned.
Oh, I thought we had finally seen the last of that.
And and I'll just ask him, just kind of like, well, where did it start?
Well, the last time it happened here, you know, it was the magician and the performers came in that were actually disguised orcs, and when the magician started performing, he caused one of the townsfolk to explode into a mist of blood, and you know, which washed over the crowd and infected them. And actually, he's looking down on the wagon. He's like, "These are some of the people that helped put that down and stop the orcs and stop the blood cult attacks.
Hmm.
We've seemed to come full circle."
Yes.
You know, you've done enough here, though. Just if you leave them here, me and other priests will bring them in, and we'll tend to them.
Yeah, and other villagers can fill you in on what happened, what they saw, and stuff. We're heading to the library, whichever direction that is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know, so
I
you
will guide you there, my friend.
so basically, Aquental guides you back the way you came and down one of the side streets and brings you to this magnificent building. The architecture of this building is completely different from anything else that is in the town. It almost looks as if the building was grown up instead of constructed. You know, white and silver woods. It's one of the few buildings that have glass in all the windows, some of which are stained glass. It looks like, you know, possibly like an expensive church in all appearances. It's a very large building, and as you go through the entryway, you know, you see the scribe that you're familiar with dealing with, Quental, who's always at his post. His quill is just scratching away. An older elf, and looks up from what he's doing and addresses you by your name. You've been here visiting for a while. What can I do for you?
Friend Health, I need documents on the blood plague and what happened here a few years ago.
Oh,
The blood cultist.
you need to talk. I know what you need. You need to talk to Sal and Growl.
Are they
Sal
elves?
Morel?
Sal and Growl, yes. He's our sage that's the authority on the stuff that's going on here, and he actually helped the people before when this happened.
Okay.
He's an elf, right?
Is he available right now?
Do I know? Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, do I know Seller and Grell are the elves?
Yeah, he's an elf.
They are the elves. Okay. Okay.
It's actually one name, Sal and Growl.
Sal and Grell. Okay.
You know elves and their names.
Okay. Excellent.
So I'm sure he's very busy, but for this, it'll make time.
Thank you.
Tell him when you're calling for him that Lyndon's life is at stake.
Oh my, Lyndon has done much for the town, and so he's like, right this way. I'm not even going to bother with the normal protocols, which is, you know, is really out of character, especially for an elf to act so hastily. And you know, you're brought into a lavish office which is like a mini library unto itself. There's books from the floor to the ceiling, beautiful mahogany bookshelves. There's a gorgeous desk of you can't even tell what that wood is from. You're not even sure if it's from this continent or even this plane. It's like nothing you've ever seen. There's a huge fireplace and mantle, and sitting at that desk is an even older looking elf, and he looks up with his bright blue eyes, his long golden hair, and in a glance he takes in all of your expressions, and puts down his quill, lets out a deep exhale. What has happened?
Blood cultist.
I'll go up, and the chair that he's sitting in the room, I will pick the next biggest chair possible and go sit in it.
Okay. You look like you probably look like a little kid getting up into the chair because it's so big compared to you. It's a nice plush overstuffed.
I will stand beside Mel. And, it is the blood cultist, sage elf. We need your help greatly to save Lyndon's life.
So what about the blood cultists? We haven't heard from them in months.
Well,
We're hoping they went away.
actually, from the corpse of the dead mayor came a demon, a great eye with tentacles. I don't know if this brings any memories back to you.
In my studies, I have come across such thing. These blood demons. These are the direct servitors to the demon bloodlord, the bloodlord demon, Narquites, which he says that in a hushed and whispered tone, as if he doesn't even want to speak the words. What else can you tell me?
Well, what was the name of the dwarf?
Uthengar.
Yeah. Listen, Hutengard told us to go back to where it all began.
His words, not mine.
Yeah. So with that, you actually see the blood drain from his face, and he goes a little pale, and you can almost see like he's doing calculations in his head. And he gets up and he shuffles across the room to the one section of wall where there's actually no books, and there's like maps and on the wall, and they kind of like roll up in sleeves, and there's various ones, and you see him flipping through till he finally like holds up a stack of maps, and what he's looking at isn't a map but more like a star chart.
Okay.
Oh God.
And he goes, I know exactly where, and what's going to happen. And he puts it down, and he goes to another map, and he points to a place east of the town. And by looking at it in the scale and judging, you can see that it's a couple days travel from the town. He says 3 days from now, in this spot, this is where the blood cultists first started taking kidnapped townsfolk to sacrifice, and where they conducted their dark rites. In 3 days' time, the stars will be aligned perfectly for them to enact this ritual again. But this time, it won't be mere cultists performing the ritual, but the servitors of Narquites himself. I don't even know what that could mean.
It is a pretty bad omen you bring us here.
Well, it means
You need to
that
go
we
there.
must go and stop it before it happens. Or even
That, my friend, would be a very good idea. But there is a glimmer of hope and light at the end of this tunnel. In order to enact the ritual, they will need blood, and if they specifically took Lyndon, there might be a reason. So, if you get to him in time, there's still hope.
then we must seize that hope and leave now.
And he's pointing on the star chart like we need to be here.
Well, the star chart, he looked at it and it was like he was checking something, and then he moved to and then he flipped to another map, and he pointed out a spot that's a couple days from the town east.
I'll ask him. You mind if we take this? We can use this to know exactly where we need to be.
He says, "Well, you can't have this one, but I will give you something." And he goes to back to his desk, and he opens up a drawer, and he sifts through a bunch of pages, and after a couple minutes, he produces a map that's a smaller version, and much more portable, because the one on the wall is huge.
Oh, okay. I thought you pulled a little one. Okay, so it's a little bit more portable, and all right. So we have a little map for the area to go to, and I will look at all the new people in town. And I don't know which one they gave it to, but I think the monk would know where he was going because his kicks tell him where to go. So I give it to him.
Okay. So with that, you guys, it's up to you what you want to do now.
I suggest we leave now.
Well, the place we need to go is 30 miles, correct?
Approximately. I mean, it's 2 days away, so 15 miles. Yeah.
I think we rest up and heal up. Take a long rest, and then we can head in that direction.
All right. So I tell them they want to take a rest. Meet me in an hour at the stables, and we will take off from there.
Okay.
And I'm actually going to purchase with Barding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 horses.
You finally got to use that money.
I finally got to use the money. And full Barding, like, you know.
Nice.
This, my friend, is pretty generous of you.
And that will speed your journey, for certain.
And I'm going to act all, like, not self-righteous, but more like so, well, Lyndon would do it for me.
And he probably would.
Self-assured, that's the word,
So I guess we should roll our it dice for the short rest eating.
Yes.
Okay. I'll begin with 2
I
dice.
think only 3 of you ever got damaged, right? Or no, maybe not.
I didn't get damaged.
Yeah.
I got 5 points.
6.
I'm almost back to 5 points.
1, 2. Do I get my Constitution bonus to this evening?
I think you do.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I think you roll your hit die and you add your Constitution modifier.
Yeah, you do. Well, let me go watch a Nerdarchy video real quick and find out.
Yeah, that's how I learned. Yeah.
They know it all.
No, not really. Our viewers always point out what we get wrong.
That's all right.
That's why we started a channel. It's the quickest way to learn anything, because the internet will tell you everything you did wrong.
Well, you're already wrong if you're looking on the internet for something. No, wait, that's not right. I'm wrong.
So I will be waiting with our friend Mel.
So right now, I would like to propose a 5-minute break,
Okay.
and I want to top off my coffee and hit the bathroom real quick.
Excellent.
Okay.
Awesome.
And we'll reconvene in 5 minutes.
Excellent.
All right.
Right.
See ya.
Yeah. I only got to spend 1,000 gold. It didn't cost 1,000 gold. That was only 600. Huh? Yeah, I mean, that's what we had it for. I was like, oh, I'm going to buy this horse just to get there quicker.
That's brilliant, actually. Have gold and be like, oh, you know what, you buy something nice.
That's what I was kind of using it for, to see what we're going to need it for.
And to see if having money and
Yeah, and so, you know, getting the horses, yeah.
enough.
Alright, it's not that bad. It definitely has the end of the month taste. There's no chicken, there's no, stuff like that.
Yeah, there's no extra to it.
It's just good
It's
flavor.
It's flavored rice.
And I'm not gonna die tonight. I'm not gonna die.
Oh, there's giants.
There be giants. Kill it, kill it.
It's running too fast.
Oh, that's why I have a bow.
Yeah, like leading a target with deer, they're too erratic. Just one of them blows a deer that's got quite your archers come in, that's one shot. Deer hit again.
Why you do that?
Because I about
No, why are you worried about killing deer?
pelts for smithing.
Why not kill bears? Stuff like that.
Because deer are a lot more common than bears. I'll get a lot more deer hide than I will anything else.
Or just go steal it from people's houses. That's what I did. But I'm a dick.
But it gives me a reason to do something while I'm adventuring, walking from place to place to place to place. It does give me a task.
Why don't you go pick up your horse, your free horse?
I don't want my free horse.
Okay,
I
fine.
actually love walking, so I can like see it. Oh, cave here. Oh, cave here.
She'll do the same thing with the horse.
Now, when I'm on a horse, I get very narrow-minded. I'm going here.
Huh?
When I'm walking around, see stuff like that random work I just killed.
You're like, must see the world, mock Jax.
I was driving very folks that's right. That's very
Oh. Okay, so we're off to go meet Lyndon. We're going to try to save him.
Okay.
So so far so good. We've had like a dozen viewers throughout, consistently throughout the whole thing so far. Or
Okay.
no fistful of dice, but
Nah.
I'm no Matt Click, so that's all right, which is cool.
One day, Dave. One day.
Yeah, we all have to have something to aspire to.
All right.
Are any of you guys watching that Provokers?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
But still, we're pretty entertaining. I think so.
It's very inspirational.
I think you guys should do all your role playing in French.
Yeah, that's not gonna go very well for me.
Well, I just meant our friends from the north.
Oh, okay.
It wouldn't go well. It wouldn't go well for me. Actually, I have a French last name. Friant.
Oh yeah.
I'm told. I'm told it translates into one who is greedy.
Yeah, well, someone who is friand of something is that he likes something very much. Like more akin to not necessarily greedy, but maybe more often like
Passionate.
yeah, or just let me look at this.
So
like gluttony, maybe like gluttonous.
well, that doesn't make it better at all.
One stint for another.
Well, it just depends like which way you use the word, but yeah. It's pretty much that.
Nice. So okay, so with that, we're all back and we can get started, I guess. So you guys, take a short break, rest your feet a little bit, grab a sandwich, find some horses.
Grab an apple, get some coffee.
Yeah, I would offer the gnome a hand to get up on his horse.
Well, the gnome is probably riding a pony. I'm going to go with.
I was thinking Mastiff, but
a mastiff?
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
maybe that would work.
Even better.
Actually, the gnome flipped the bill, so he can, whatever you want to do, he's picking. So,
yeah, you guys got riding horses, and I have a Mastiff.
He
nice.
rides a mastiff, we get to ride ponies.
He got you each a miniature pony. He thought it would be hilarious.
That would
Yeah.
be funny.
Yeah.
So
That would
basically, I'm carrying the pony.
Yeah, but I'm a little smarter than that. Something about me is like, yep, they need big horses they can ride on.
So you guys set out, and Are you guys going to travel into the night?
I'm probably more inclined to want to travel at night, but
Me too.
we have these people who can't really see well in the dark.
Yeah. Well,
Who
dark
said that?
vision.
Well,
Well, actually, you're the only one that can see in the dark, I believe.
I probably am.
I can give myself dark vision if I need it.
I can cast myself. I can cast on myself light.
Yeah, you have casters amongst you guys,
Yeah,
so
it's more.
Yeah.
It's more on how you guys feel. On that first night, if we want to travel, we'll push ourselves a little bit more.
I say we be hasty and we try to cover the most ground we can.
Yeah, I'd say we go ahead and do it.
All right.
Okay.
Probably get there as early as possible to stop this thing from happening instead of trying to stop it while it's happening.
Yeah, Stanley would be this halfling's life is at risk. We must be at all haste.
Very
Yeah.
good. So like I said, I know there's a couple casters amongst you, so there's at least one light cantrip. I don't know if anybody else has like dancing lights or produce flame or.
Yeah, I have a continual flame, so
Okay, yeah. So you got plenty of light, and that's actually better than dark vision anyway. Which it also extends your dark vision out a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would cast the light cantrip on my shield.
Okay.
Same thing. And since my sentinel shield has an eye, which look pretty much everywhere, it will be the eye that glows
Nice.
like a medieval shield flashlight.
I like it.
I do too.
Yeah, my shield and my mace both have a reddish glow to them.
So you guys travel through most of the night when you all hear it. You hear like a thick branch snap
Okay.
off to the one side, but you don't see anything.
I get my bow ready.
I tell my little doggy Puffy to keep going. Run faster, please. Run faster. And I will make little motions with my fingers to my nose as if they were whiskers, and that's how I'm telling him, please go faster.
Nice. And is that what you're all doing? Kind of making a break for it?
Yeah, I would knee my horse a little faster. Just yeah.
Okay.
I will follow my gnome flame.
I'll follow the traffic.
So are you guys like in a line, the flying V, 2x2?
We'll be
Well-
standing close to someone with light.
Yeah. There is a trail, or basically you to go where you're going, you have to go off road, but there are game trails, so there's enough room for you guys to go side by side. And there's 5 of you, so I don't know if you're gonna do one in the front or one in the back.
I'll kind of bring up the rear.
Okay.
I'll go front with my brightened shield.
I would suggest we go 2 in the front, 2 in the back, 1 in the middle, and me preferably in the middle.
Nice.
You pay the transport. you get to go wherever you
Go in the middle.
You guys, you did hear something, so give me initiative.
Oh boy.
Right. Oh, I'm getting good rolls on initiative. 19, sweet.
I got.
And
14.
you can just, always just put that right in the chat. So.
Yay.
I bet the monk is the fastest among us, but
That's funny. All right, so
Yeah, I can outrun our horse, but I can't fight fast.
So it looks like Ty goes last and then Gabe. Now the question is, do you guys want to outpace them, or are you guys going to stay in formation? Because it's essentially, you guys heard something off the side of the trail, and your danger sense is kind of tingling. I mean, you guys are all 8th level characters, so you guys are experienced. You've been around. You kind of know that something bad's about to happen.
Yeah. I turn to my friends and say, this doesn't seem like we will have a easy voyage. I think we should either outpace what is coming or fight them. What say you?
We don't even know what we're fighting. Let's go. Poor Lyndon. We must save him.
I can't disagree with that.
Yeah, good strong point. If they follow us all the way, we can fight there.
Yeah, or if we get up the road, if we can't outrun it, we can fight it.
At least get a better area where we can maybe use it to our advantage versus just here where it's already been at or whatever.
Give me perception checks.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice. I do have advantage with that as well.
Oh, that would be a natural 20.
Nice.
17.
23.
So 23 as well.
Okay. So, you guys with the well, actually, it doesn't really matter. What was the lowest roll?
Probably, well, my passive beats what I rolled, so.
Okay. So basically, you don't actually see anything, but what you hear is rustling in the trees to either side of the trail, and something big seems to be moving through the trees.
Yeah.
And then they seem to be moving quickly
On either side of the trail?
on either side. Yes.
So there seems to be more than one then.
Yes. The Hey Gabe, by chance, do you know what the speed on the Mastiff is?
40.
40. Okay. So you guys do seem to be gaining speed on these things.
And if you go to your guys' pace, you guys will easily outpace me. 'Cause I believe you guys are at 60. That's that I do not know.
Even at the 40, you seem to be starting to slowly leave these things behind.
Yeah, we'll just outpace them.
Yeah.
I guess we can make it.
Yeah. If we can outpace them, let's just continue on our way.
60 for you guys, yeah, so.
Okay, so you guys keep going. It's getting later. It's still dark.
Yep. And we have to actually go a little further just in case they don't catch up to us or we lose their want to beat us up. So we would probably want to travel just a little bit more just to make sure that didn't happen.
Okay. Are you going to do anything as far as when you stop? Is you're going to stay near the trail, go off the trail?
Well, normally I always had a ranger friend help me out when I used to travel a long time ago. I would ask them, do you guys know of a good area, or maybe you might notice something that he always says over there is a good place? I'm not good at that stuff. I just could sit right underneath the tree and sleep all day if I need to.
How far off are we from our destination?
It's 2 days away, so you guys have not even done a full day's worth of travel because you left later in the day.
Yeah, we can just keep going. I'm thinking.
But the animals, they're going to be tired.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
Yeah, well, yeah, the animals will get tired.
So Stanley would suggest that we find somewhere off the trail, maybe somewhere where we can watch the trail to see if these creatures would come up and try to trace us.
Is there a stream nearby, or a little lake maybe?
Huh. Someone make survival checks to see if you can find that.
Okie dokie.
Or history. Survival or history.
History.
History then.
Oh, I could do that.
14.
I have an 11.
And 16 for history for myself, if I remember a river.
Okay, so between using the map that you guys have
I had a 19. Yeah.
and your knowledge of the terrain, you guys do know where you can find there is a river not too far off from here, small. It's more of a brook than a river.
So, okay, excellent. That's perfect drinking spot and for us to kind of freshen up ourselves.
It sounds good. They should be only able to come from one side, so.
I see here. I thought you were going to use it to try and hide your tracks and possible throw off any pursuit by scent.
Oh yeah, that'll
Is
happen too. But we just gotta refill our waters and let the animals drink.
Well, it just goes without mentioning. I mean.
I mean, that's totally what we're doing now.
I thought you guys were doing something clever. You're like, no, I just want fresh water to drink. This wineskin's been sitting here all day. Like, it's going to be foul and nasty.
Well, after we're done with it, it will be. But before you take advantage of the good water, then let the water go, and then you can use it to lose tracks. It all works hand in hand.
Nice. Okay, so you guys do that. You find the small brook, and like I said, you guys have been around for a while. You've been experienced. You've been out in the wilds, and even though you may not have a wilderness person with you right now, at some point there's a good possibility at least one of you has traveled with one and it may have picked up some tricks. So you guys basically find the brook, and then you single file walk in it, up a ways, maybe a mile or so, hoping that that's enough to throw off any pursuit by scent.
Maybe I can help with that actually. Bocub might share with me his knowledge of nature and survival. I will use channel divinity, knowledge of the ages, to give me
proficiency? Is it proficiency or
with
expertise?
survival.
Okay.
So, and I will do a survival check. So, 17.
Okay, I was going to say, you can actually even roll that with advantage because you have access to a map of the region.
Oh, nice. 17.
Yeah, okay. So, but 17 is a good check, and you're like, oh, I know all about this all of a sudden. And then, starts...
Yeah, I start praying, and then suddenly I'm priest mech ranger, and
you just did the divine version of the Matrix, and you're like, I know survival.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What's that last, like a minute? For at least for another minute.
Yeah. I think it stays for an hour.
Okay.
Like that.
So you know exactly what to do. You tell these guys, you direct them, and unless you're being tracked by superior hunters, you think this should be more than enough to throw off pursuit.
Okay.
Are you guys setting a watch?
Yeah, I guess we should.
Yeah, I guess we're enough. So.
Yeah.
You actually with that check as well, you're even able to find an area that's defensible. So if something does happen, they can only come at you from one side.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't mind going first. You see, my friends, this shield is and I show them my shield that has an eye on it that seems to move, and the same that was like my medieval flashlight, and I tell them this shield might help me to see enemies from afar. I suggest I go first on the watch.
Very well.
3 eyes are better than 2.
Okay, well, I'll take second.
And then you'll actually have the Mastiff also will actually help you, even though he'll sleep on and off. He'll actually help you with, because basically dogs, they wake up with every smell. You can't ever do anything around with a sleeping dog, so you'll have a dog to help.
Cool. And yeah, so I will take the first watch and.
Okay. So first watch goes via uneventful.
Okay. So I wake up Char and tell him to take the second watch.
Okay.
How many
So,
watch do we need?
Well, I imagine if you guys are going to rest 8 hours, that'd be your long rest, and that'd be enough time for you guys to recover everything.
Stanley would offer to take the last watch to see the sun rise in the morning.
Okay.
Okay. Well, while I'm on watch, when I go on to watch, I'm going to burn some Kai points and give myself dark vision. And I actually can cast Pass Without Trace on the group. So I'll go ahead and do that also because it'll at least kind of help to hide us a bit.
Okay. Well, in that case, if you would like to, we could say we could retro the Pass Without Trace, and say you did that when you guys got to the brook.
Okay.
Or even when you went off the trail.
Okay.
Again, there's certain things I just assume that characters of a certain level automatically do, even though we as players sometimes forget to mention them. And a lot of times our character stats are much higher than our real stats anyway. So
I would have done it earlier, but I didn't want to blow the knowledge that was gained from survival. So.
Well, no, it's still helps.
It's all right, man.
Okay.
So second watch goes by uneventful.
And who wasn't wanted the last watch?
That'd be me.
Okay, I'll wake you up then, and I'll get some more sleep.
Well, actually, he would be the last watch. So the third watch, there's probably gonna be 4 watches, I imagine. So it would be Will. Oh, actually, you know what? Actually, it might be the third watch because the way you guys took your rest, it's probably during the third watch that the light will come up.
Yeah, I'll wake up Stanley then.
Okay. Well, it's during your prayer and meditation, as you greet the sun, that you hear something off in the distance. There's this primal roar of a large beast. It sounds like, it doesn't sound close, but even though it's an animalistic sound, there's the undertones of frustration and anger that you can detect.
At this time, I would wake everyone and tell them, it begins to track. It's just trying to find us.
And it has a smell or a hearing that was actually happening. Is that correct?
Well, no, he just heard a sound, right? Or he heard a bestial roar, and it sounds like it's in the distance, at least a mile
Okay, so
away.
it is by hearing. Okay, the Mastiff would have helped start barking then, with the 22 on its perception for hearing.
Okay, so here's the thing. Like it's actually in the distance enough that you guys that are sleeping don't even hear it.
Mm-hmm.
It's only because he's up and alert that he hears it.
Okay.
So it's that far. It's that far away. But like after the initial roar, there's like two more that follow, and when he carefully listens, he just can hear the undertones of frustration and rage.
Okay, I get it.
And your 8 hours of rest go by fairly uneventful, other than that one thing.
Okay, well, up in the morning, probably eat a couple of bites of some cold rations.
Yeah.
Great dragonborn food, dried rations.
Yeah.
So
It's the same.
So with that, you guys can set back out. Are you guys going to kind of like head back for the trail?
Yeah, I guess we should.
Yeah, I guess the worst is behind us. At least I hope so.
I do want to ask, where we're traveling at now is kind of wooded area.
Yes.
So I realize it's day, but because we're in woods or whatever, are there plenty of places that I would call dim lit or dim lighted, however you want to say it?
So there's some shadows, but not. There's definitely shadows and patches of darkness like you would find in any wooded area.
Okay.
But not like not like I need a flashlight. I need a torch.
Okay.
Are you asking about for Shadow Step?
In case it came up.
Yeah, there will be areas that you can definitely use that.
Okay.
If you want, my friends, I can call upon the knowledge of Buckup once again to help us track the demon. If it can help us save an hour or two.
Well, I don't think it'll help because you guys already kind of know where you're going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just in case we wanted to continue through the forest.
Yeah, and I'll double check the map while we're saddling up our horses and everything. Make sure we're going the right way.
Okay.
If you stay off the trail the whole time, it's going to slow you down greatly. You
Okay.
could probably still get there before the third day, but it'll be cutting it much closer.
I'm going to suggest we stay off the trail for maybe an hour or two, just in case, and then get back on the trail.
Okay.
Speed up some.
And I love traveling with smart people. That way I don't have to be smart.
You're a business owner. You're supposed to be smart.
Wise.
That's
Oh.
business savvy. That's different.
He's smart with numbers.
Coins. Everything changes when you make it shiny.
Yeah.
So with that, you guys, you stay off the beaten path for a little while. You have to go slower to make sure, none of the horses turn a hoof. The dog does a little bit better. The mastiff, but again, you're moving at half pace to make sure none of the animals are injured, and then you eventually make your way back to the trail.
Okay. Just something I just thought about and verified. Actually, my passive wisdom, my passive perception, is 22.
Okay.
Because I have advantage with the shield, so it gives me a passive +5.
+5, yeah. Okay, I will keep that in mind.
Good. Okay, so I guess we'll continue our way on the trail. Do we see anything special?
Nope, you guys, pretty much just it's kind of like a placid wilderness for the most part. You don't really see any animals. There's no other living souls you encounter. Matter of fact, that it's kind of quiet.
Too
Maybe
quiet?
too quiet.
Yeah.
and the further you guys go towards your destination, the more of this impending sense of dread starts to creep in as things seem not quite so right.
Great.
You can already feel the influence of this blood magic.
The the knowledge priest, probably having studied at the Elven Library for a while and come to GryphonGaff, one of the reasons you'd have been drawn here is because the chaos phenomena that have been happening, and what that is kind of like the planes touching each other, and this conjunction that basically is about to happen. As it gets closer, the planes get closer together. So you feel like that's probably why you get this sense of unease.
Yeah, which is all of great interest for the great archives of Bokub. I should all write that down.
So as you close on your basically your second day of travel, you're nearly there. You could probably be there in the next morning when from the trees, 3 solid thuds hit the ground, basically in front of you.
Dud, dud, dud.
Yeah, it sounds like a wagon just overturned in front of you.
Damn.
Hmm.
We just hear something. We don't see anything.
You don't see anything. There's some low grumbling and growling.
Be on your guards, my friend.
It almost sounds like a couple of diesels just fired up.
All right. So at this point, can the Mastiff actually go ahead and do his perception check to see what direction? I mean, we can't hear it, but
well, you don't actually need to. These creatures, if they were trying to be stealthy at all, they did a horrible job of it. And you kind of see the ground, like the dust poof up, where several things hit in front of you, really large, but you still see nothing.
They're invisible then.
Yeah, that would be a safe assumption. Yes.
all right, then I will definitely try to hide then myself.
With the dog.
Pulling out my 2-hand crossbows, but I'll actually start trying to find cover and hide.
Okay, so there's no surprise, but you guys can give me initiatives.
Okay.
14.
Oh.
So that's 17.
That would be me. Okay, well, let's see if a little acid will make it easier to see them. I'll let loose with my breath weapon.
Okay.
It's 30 feet long, 5 feet wide.
Before you do, give me a die 6.
Two.
Okay. And what's your DC?
12.
Okay. You see, basically just a really small patch of something gets covered in acid.
Okay.
And then begins to wash off. What was your damage?
9.
Okay, so you think it was like possibly part of a shoulder, but like I said, it was a really small patch.
Okay. We might as well fight these things because they're not leaving us alone.
Yeah.
And
So
with
my
that,
friend.
there's a growl. Stupid lizard. Stupid men.
Well,
You
we
can
head
hide,
right home.
but when we know where you're going, it matters not.
Well, technically, you're the one hiding.
Excellent. Then you can tell us where we want to go.
Yeah.
So, except for basically that the voice, it seems like it's booming, and it seems like it came out of like a giant amp.
Well, I cast thaumaturgy, and to give me a booming voice, I say, reveal yourself and come to us, fight, and give us the knowledge we want.
So you hear some low chuckling, and from multiple throats. Oh, we're going to come to you, and we will teach you something as well, manling.
Bring it, demon.
All right, so Gabe, what are you doing?
I am going to look over. Let's see. I'm trying to think where I would have taken a little refuge, probably behind a rock that's slow enough, and I would have taken aim with my crossbow and try to figure out where I see where basically reading. So I see the first thing that is not us and looks like pretty tall, I would say. Monstrous to attack. So I'm ready for that.
Okay.
Because, I don't know what's out there and I want to wait to see what it is.
And you're a caster, so you know if they're actually invisible via the spell, that if they take an action against you guys, they will appear.
Mm-hmm.
Adam, right? I think you had a 14.
Yep. So, so I guess we kind of know where it's coming from.
Yes,
and as you
vaguely
say,
in front of the trail, about 15 feet away from you guys.
I focus on the patch of acid, and shit. I wonder, would dispel magic work? I will point at the patch of acid. It's invisible, right? Okay. I will say, discutere magia, dispel magic, and I'll try to dispel the invisibility if it's possible.
So that definitely works. The only thing I need to know is if that's an area effect.
I'll tell you that.
So basically, what's standing before you? It looks like an 8-foot tall gorilla that's had all of its flesh flayed off of it.
Okay. It's one creature.
Okay. So now there is one visible. If you're not doing anything else, we can go to Gabe's ready to action.
Well, I guess as a bonus action, since I've revealed my foe, I will cast Spiritual Weapon, but as a 3rd level spell to increase the damage.
Okay.
So it's going to be 2d8 instead of 1d8.
Okay, make your attack roll.
Yep. Oh, natural 20. Wow.
Nice.
So it will appear as a spear instead of a staff, and I will project it. It will appear in my hand, and I will just throw it directly in the chest of this bloody gorilla, and do my damage. So 19 plus 4, 23 magic force damage.
Nice. So you throw your spiritual weapon in the shape of a spear, blasting it right in his chest, and it throws back his head and howls in rage, as you've definitely got its attention.
Learn from your pain, demon.
Manling, I
Blessing
will
from
feed
Bokub.
your soul to the Blood Lord.
All right, so I guess mine will do an attack. Now, because I was hidden, am I getting the advantage on the attack?
Um,
Or
actually, no.
no? Okay, no problem. So then we're going to do 1d6, and that'll be 4 points of piercing damage from the crossbow.
Okay. Yeah, you launch the crossbow from your hidden location, and it seems to be aware of it coming in.
Okay, no worries.
That was okay. Will, you're up. So Romac.
All right. I'll get down from my horse, go up to the creature, put my hands up, and cast a poison spray. It's going to be DC 13 Constitution.
Okay. You land poison spray right in its face, and as your spell goes off, and the vapors hit this thing, it just inhales deeply. Almost like it's taking a hit off a bong, and it's like, and blows smoke rings back at you. And you don't think it bothered it very much, and it just kind of gives you a toothy grin.
Well, he's puffing it back. I use my bonus action to attack with my weapon, since I'm Eldritch Knight.
Yep.
Hopefully, you can get a smell of that weapon. Or not. That would be 13.
So apparently a little bit of that poison spray smoke ring got in your eye and
Yeah.
distracted you a little.
That's what I'm going to say till later.
So you come in with your rapier, right?
Yeah.
And he just smacks it aside. And all right, so I guess they're up. Okay, so Romac can actually take an attack of opportunity as it leaps straight in the air over you and goes after the one that actually hurt it. And he's totally doing the Hulk smash right at Enquintel.
Enquintel, yeah.
Oh, you got it.
Oh no!
Payback time.
Oh.
I guess.
Fair game.
All right, so that's the first punch. The second one,
Well,
which is only a 15 to hit. I don't think that does that hit you? I don't think so.
No, yeah, I've got 19.
And he also bites, so he lands one devastating blow.
Damn, that's gonna be
For 21
painful.
points of damage, right in your chest. Boom! And make a dex check.
Yeah. I was kind of inclined to be automatically thrown off my horse, just for the purpose of cinematics. But yeah, I'll roll my dex saving throw. I fall off the horse.
Okay, so cinematically, you fall from your horse, and you take 2 points of damage, and you're prone.
Okay.
Romac, did you take your attack of opportunity?
Yeah, sorry. I'll cast Shocking Grasp as an attack of opportunity.
Nice.
So it's a melee attack, right? What's the roll? I cannot roll over 10 today. It's crazy.
The
That would be
virtual
like
dice gods can be so cruel.
yeah. Unfortunately, I can't change the virtual dice.
What was your total?
11.
Okay, yeah. He totally went right over your head and totally surprised you.
Yeah, I tried to grasp it with a hand that's sparking electricity, but I just missed and with the air.
But don't worry, because you kind of hear / feel something coming your way, like a mini freight train, and another one of the creatures appears swinging at you. But the high number is a 13, so it's going to miss.
Woo.
And so it loses its advantage for being invisible. It comes in again with an 18, but I believe your armor class is much higher than that.
Yes.
And solidly, another punch lands dead center on your shield, absorbing it. And it comes in with a bite. Hit just getting past your shield.
Great.
Oh my god! For 7 points of damage, as it gnaws on your shoulder pauldron.
All right.
And then with that, a third one leaps into the air, and basically appears right in front of the Dragonborn. AC 18.
16.
Okay, yeah. So the first one's going to land with a punch. The second punch connects squarely, and then he comes in with the bite, which is going to miss. It looks like we feast on lizard tonight.
Sorry, I think I timed out for a minute there.
Oh.
So what happened?
Well, the monk just took 16 points of damage as he got pummeled by a third one of the inside out looking gorillas, and Will had gotten
7.
Up and close and personal with one as well.
Yeah, a little kiss on the shoulder.
So now you can see all three of them. None of them are invisible anymore, and we have 2 atoms.
Sorry, I timed out again. I just came back. I've got some trouble. So, well, is it my turn?
It is now. It's Ty's turn.
Okay, sorry.
Did Jeremy go already?
No.
Jeremy's actually goes last this time.
Okay. So it's my turn. There's one right in front of me, and I'm on a horse. So you tell me what I got to roll to do this, but basically I'm just going to jump up and stand on my saddle.
Okay.
And unload attacks on this guy while standing on the back of my horse.
Do you have acrobatics as a skill?
No.
Okay. Give me what about athletics?
Yes.
What is your athletics
6
modifier? 6?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a DC 10 athletics check.
That would be a 13.
Okay, so easily.
Okay, and
Now you're basically eye to eye with this thing.
did that count as half my movement, or can I still use full attack action?
No, just I'm going to count as 5 foot of your movement to jump up to a standing position.
Okay, so I will unleash my 2 regular attacks first. And then I'm going to burn a Kai point and get 2 more unarmed attacks on him.
Okay.
So.
Oh, they all hit.
Yeah. Yeah. The lowest is a 16.
Yes, they all hit.
Total of 27 points of damage.
Nice. Yeah, you totally rock this thing in the face over and over again, and the last one, his head just kind of flies back to the side, and blood and spittle goes flying. As he looks at you with a very angry glare.
And then I give him a matrix. Bring it.
That brings us to Gabe.
Okay, so I will. Let's see. I will drop the hand crossbow and then pull out my dagger. The one that is on Enquente is the one that basically the big one that got dispelled. Basically, you could say.
Yes.
Okay, and about how far would he be?
He's only like 15 feet from you.
15 feet? Okay, excellent. Then I will make my movement towards him. And then I will go ahead and use my bonus to hide. And then, so let's do the hide real quickly. 23, I believe. And then, yeah, I think it's 9. So let me just double check.
You don't think you're going to actually be able to hide from him?
I don't think I could?
Yeah, because he saw you. He was aware of your attack the last time from hiding.
Well, yeah, he may have saw me do that, but okay. I'm gonna still try it because I don't know.
Okay.
So that's 9, so it's gonna be 28. Excuse me, for the hiding, and then do my attack. And then, so we're gonna do the actual attack, and that's going to be 23 to hit.
Okay.
Or 22 to hit, excuse me.
That'll hit, and you get a sneak on that.
And that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to go ahead and roll. And that'll be 6, 11, 14 points of damage of non-magical piercing damage.
Okay, so you go in and try and hamstring it, but it's like trying to saw through a tree limb.
Okay.
And very tough and resistant. And you're aware that he tracked your movement the whole time.
Okay. I'll try it again. And that's all. That's all I can do. I did my move, bonus, and attack.
Okay, so 14, Adam.
Okay, so I'll get up, and then I will. If I cast sacred, go cast sacred flame. Yeah, so I'll get up and.
All right, sacred flame.
From under him. Well, not from under him. He still has my spear through the chest.
Yes.
Okay. So a flame will burst from the spear, and you will need to make a dexterity saving throw.
So all right, Sacred Flame.
Yeah.
All right, Dex save.
My DC is 15.
Yeah, he easily moves out of the way.
Okay. And with my bonus action, the spear will start spinning and try to drill through the chest of the blood the blood demon. This time for a total of 18.
Oh yeah, it'll hit.
Okay. So 10 damage. 10 magic force damage.
Okay. Oh, so this spear is just drilling right into his chest, and Romac is up.
Okay.
All right. I have how many of these creatures around me?
You have one.
I have one. All right. I'll cast Shocking Grasp for my first attack, and we'll start with that. Oh, much better. 19.
Absolutely.
All right. So 2d8. Oh, not bad. 14 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
And as a bonus action, I will roll a 1.
All right. Give me an athletics check. DC 15.
No.
Oh,
Your rapier slips from your grasp
Oh,
as you go to stab it, and like a
um,
spear lances forward and is sticking out of the tree behind it, 10 feet
actually,
away.
I'm bonded with a weapon. I don't think. Can that happen?
It can, but you can recall it
Okay. No problem.
as a bonus action. Eldritch Knight can call his bonded weapon to him. Okay, that brings us to. I guess that's me. All right, so they've all been injured, and the one by Adam and Gabe now is looking the worst. So that one is going to swing his fist behind him at Gabe. Doesn't even look in your direction, but maybe he should have. So what happens when he so what happens when he swings? He swings with so much force that he spins himself around, falling on his ass. So the rest of his attacks will be at disadvantage for the round. Since his face is already near you, Gabe, he's going to take a bite at you.
Okay.
And that is a 17 to hit.
That hits.
So all right, so he does 12 points of damage as he bites into your shoulder.
Okay. Is he going to do another attack on me?
No, he's actually going to take a swing at Adam.
Okay, then I'll go ahead and deduct half of that damage with my uncanny dodge
Okay. And,
for my reaction.
yep, and he launches a fist up towards you, Adam, and it doesn't even come close to hitting
Yeah.
Unquento.
I just swatted away with my shield. Yeah.
And then so hey, oh, you're after them. That's why I'm like, did I skip Jeremy? But Shar is right now, basically boxing with this thing, and it's going to take one of its shots at you, and then one of them at Jeremy as well.
Okay.
So first one's at you, Ty, and it misses badly.
Good.
Then its fist is going to lash out at Jeremy, hitting AC 16. Which
Barely
is
misses
not
me.
not going to hit you. Do you use a shield?
Yeah.
You definitely get the shield up, and it's that boing. Your arm goes a little numb from absorbing the shock, and with that, he takes his bite at Ty, who's in front of him, hitting AC 17. So he's going to land that
Okay.
for 12 points of damage. And then Romac, make an athletics check or an acrobatics check, your choice.
I'll go with athletic. Actually, what's better? Uh, yeah, it goes back the same. $14 rolls, so 18.
Huh, he's also has an 18. So what is your strength?
My strength. I was using my the acrobatic.
Okay, what is your dex?
+4, 18.
Okay, so you guys are actually in a dead heap. So I'm gonna adjudicate it's a roll off. So roll again.
All right. 15.
Okay, well I have a 20, and so it reaches out and it just grabs you. You don't take any damage, but you are grappled.
All right.
And the reek of its breath, which basically just smells like decay and death, is right in your face as it leans forward and kind of bears into you.
He did breathe in my poison spray.
Yeah. So it smells like that too. Actually, that might have been like a breath freshener for him.
Yeah. Oh. Get off of me, you vile beast.
Get your hands off me, you dirty ape.
Yeah. I'm gonna scream.
Jeremy's up.
Okay, so the one that just attacked me, I present my holy symbol and I say a prayer to the Lord of Light and ask him to destroy this evil being that is in front of me. And I will be casting Guiding Bolt. Hopefully I don't roll a 1 this time. Now, that's not much better, but that would be an 11.
An 11 is not going to hit. And I believe you would have been at disadvantage to hit with that because it's a ranged attack. So,
yeah.
But so that misses. It just kind of moves its head, or it doesn't even. You go to point at it to shoot the bolt, it slaps your hand out of the way, and the bolt goes wide. Are you doing anything else?
No.
Okay. Top of the order.
Back to me.
Ty. Yep.
Okay, I'm going to tell the demon or creature in front of me that where I'm from, we eat monkey for breakfast. And then I'm going to jump off the back of my horse. Or this is what I'm going to try to do. Jump off the back of my horse, over the horse's head, and do a flying dragon kick. into the creature, and then I'm going to take a bonus action after that if I get
Okay,
that far.
go for it.
Okay, just a hit
Yeah,
or
roll your attack roll. Yep.
okay, 15.
A 15 will hit.
Okay. Um, do I just get the one attack, or can I use an extra attack this time?
Well, you get two. You have two attacks, so.
Okay. That one's a 9. That one will miss. So, 7 points of damage.
Okay.
I'm guessing I kick him and then land on the ground in front of him, and I'm going to burn another Kai point to take the dodge action.
Oh, okay. Nice. Gabe, you're up.
All right, so that he just snapped at me. That gives me a perfect placement where I can do a piercing on his nose.
Nice. You have advantage to attack him too
Mhm.
because he is prone.
All right, so we're at 23 to hit, and since everything else is going on, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Roll there, and we're going to have 9, 15, 16, and 3 is 19 points of damage.
Okay.
Is he gonna have a nice piercing tomorrow once we put it in? Yeah.
Actually, yes, he does. You actually describe it.
All right.
That finishes him off.
Okay.
Wow.
When he actually does the bite, he actually grabs me, and I'm kind of still in there, and I see his nose. And I'm just going to go ahead and just double fist my my dagger right down into his nose. As I do that, he does it, and then he pulls back, and it kind of cuts it, so it's not going to really have a piercing anymore. But it's bleeding out, and he's going to bleed out, and that's how he's going to be dying.
Okay, so it flows around in its death throes, splurting blood all over the place until it finally just begins to dissolve away to nothingness. Uh, 14, Adam, you're up.
Yep. So there's one blood ape remaining.
There's two remaining.
2? Okay.
Yep. One is by Romac, the Eldritch Knight, and the other one is by the Dragonborn,
Yeah.
Char.
And Romac is being grappled. By,
Yes, he's currently grappled.
Okay, so I will try to help with that. I will just flick my finger and my fingers, and the spear will just turn in direction of that ape, and it will start bursting into flame at the same time. So it's going to be the same combo: spear attack and sacred flame.
Okay.
So yeah, on my side for a moment, I'm trying to wrestle with the ape, trying to get free, and as I see this flaming weapon coming at me, I'm actually doing the other way around. I'm trying to hide behind the gorilla this time.
Yeah, but let's say I'm purposefully trying to not hit you.
Yeah, I heard that before.
Trust in Bocub. So yeah, so I'll start with the bonus action and the spear attack just for fun. So 26.
That will hit.
7 force damage.
Okay. And a 13, does that pass your save?
Nope.
Okay, so he'll take the radiant damage as well?
Yeah, 2d8 plus my wisdom, because I have it's potent spellcasting from knowledge domain, so I get to put my wisdom in this too. So 13 damage this time, radiant.
Okay, it shrieks and howls as your flaming spear rips into it, and Romac was able to like shift around just enough to make sure he was behind the ape and not in front of it.
Yeah.
Having seen
Nice.
Jeremy's attack earlier.
Uh,
And okay, so you're up, Romac.
Can I still cast a spell if I'm wrestling?
No, actually you can.
I can.
Yes.
All right. So I'm wrestling with the ape, and I guess I hear it scream when it gets hit by the weapon, and I get a little smirk on my face, and I go, "Shh, wait, you hear that? You hear that? You hear that?" And I cast Thunder Wave.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
awesome.
It's
bravo!
Constitution
Yeah.
13.
Okay.
Let's hope he misses.
Yellow.
So he's got a 16.
Oh, so it's gonna get half and not be moved away. So 5 points of damage of thunder.
Okay. So you definitely got his attention. So it is now his turn, and he's going to pick you up
Ooh.
and throw you at a Quintel. So
No!
I'm gonna
I
say,
put my shield in front of me.
oh, he totally whiffs and misses you, so badly. I will allow you to make an athletics check to see if you can roll with it, Romac.
All right.
DC 15.
Nope.
All right.
11.
So you take a point of damage.
8?
Yeah, a point of damage
Just one.
Okay.
as you get a little road rash.
You scraped your knee.
I miss a cleric, but I get the tree.
Yes. At a point of damage, I don't even think you got a tree. You got like a bush, not even a sticker bush.
Oh yeah.
All right, so so now the
Nailed it.
dragonborn nailed it. He stuck the landing. But why is his feet in the air? So the dragonborn, your sparring partner's coming in at you with disadvantage.
Yep.
So his first punch is a 16.
That'll hit.
And that will hit. And his second punch will hit.
Oh yeah.
And he's going to go for the bite. So your bobbing and weaving seems to have been all into his attacks.
Oh great. I might drop here. Maybe.
All right, so that is going to be 12, 20, 29.
Oh yeah, I drop.
All right, the dragonborn goes down unconscious. So you were at 0. Now you did not take your hit points in negative, correct?
I did go negative.
No, you're negative, but not your hit points in negative. Your maximum.
Yeah, I would be at -6.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so you're just down.
Time to pop the potion.
And then Jeremy's up.
All right, so I will go over to the Dragonborn, and I will cast Heal Wounds as a level 4 spell.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
I was about to do the same thing, so it's a. We've got the same reflex. Cleric 101.
Hey, clerics. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So that would be 4d8, right? And
Yep,
plus my
48.
wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
10, 16 plus that'd be 20 damage.
So you're
That's
back up to
your
20.
4.
24 altogether.
Yes, 24 altogether.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so that's some of your movement
Yeah.
and your main action. You have anything you want to do with a bonus action?
No, nothing I want to do with bonus action this turn.
All right. So you're up, Ty. Well, sort of. You're laying down, but you're conscious.
Okay, I will get to my feet, and then
Sweep the leg.
I'll crash into this guy with my 2 attacks, and they both miss. Can I still do flurry of blows, or am I out of actions now?
No, you still have a bonus action. It takes half your movement to stand.
Okay, I'll burn a Kai point and get 2 more attacks. That's a 15 and a 17.
They both hit.
Okay. For 12 points of total damage.
Okay. All right. Mel is up.
Excellent. All right. So our monk has gotten up. He's got 2 others or 1 other near him, and then there's another ape, correct? With
Yes, there's 2 left. Yep.
And that is in a grapple. That's correct?
No,
still?
he threw him
He threw him out. Okay.
And then Qualphill's character and missed.
All right, then I will definitely then go and help Ty then, since he's already in combat already with him. And then, so how far would I be about 25 or more?
Or less, yeah. So you can get to him with no problem.
No problems. Okay, excellent. Then I'll go ahead and do that. And then coming in, how tall are these monkeys? Because I know the one that was with was a little bit bigger.
Oh, these things are 8 foot tall.
Yeah, okay, so they're all 8 foot. Sweet. I'm gonna go for
Yes.
the back of his knee.
You're the perfect height.
Yes, and I am not going to make it. So that will miss. So how far would I be? About 25 or more?
Or less, yeah. So you can get to him with no problem.
Problems? Okay, excellent. Then I'll go ahead and do that. And then coming in, how tall are these monkeys? Interesting.
One that was with
Yeah, that's kind of weird, huh? Oh, these things.
Yeah. I can critique myself right now.
Yeah.
Instant replay.
Yeah, that was okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and then going to go to the left side of him and then hide. So wow. Okay, so that's going. I believe that's my height is a 9.
19.
So yeah. So 28 to hide.
Okay, so you attacked with a dagger,
Yes, sir.
and then you moved away to hide.
28. I'm go to the blind side on his left side.
Okay, so you're still within melee.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, and Quintel's the turn.
Yeah. So, the same ape that I attacked before, I will pretty much rinse and repeat. No use changing a successful attack pattern. So I will attack with the spear. It's 13.
He gets a 15 on his saving throw.
Okay, so he actually I miss both. The flame does nothing, and he dodged the spear.
He is onto your tricks.
Yeah. must learn from this and change my attacks.
Okay, so Romac, you are up.
All right. Well, I'm in the process of getting up from the bush, and actually, what happens is, from the bush, there's a light that's coming out, and I slowly gets up, and I'll, by two attempt, I try to get some leaves out of my mouth to actually get the spell going, and I will throw the monkey that threw me a chromatic orb. And
And
I'll
what kind of
just,
energy will you attack with?
it's gonna be acid, since they are skinless, and I'm due for a big roll. 18.
That'll do it.
All right, so the sphere that I conjure is like crystal clear, and I'm like shifting it from fire, shaking my head, ice, shaking my head, and then I throw it, and as it goes through the gorilla, it turns to a sick, greenish liquid form and splashes on its face. For it's 3d8. Yeah, 6 points of damage.
Okay. So you get a little bit of it in his eyes, and he screams with rage.
Breathe through that one, huh?
And your rapier is still sticking out of the tree.
Yeah, I will summon it with the bonus action.
Okay. So with that, you definitely, he wipes the acid out of his eyes, and then he just leaps up into the air and comes down right where you're at, leading with his fists.
No.
Hey, you have something in your face.
He replies, "You have something in your face as well."
My first!
My fist.
What if I cast shield?
You can cast shield. That'll
Yeah.
up your armor class by
5.
5.
So I'm up to 24. Wait, no, 26.
Yeah, 26. So one of those will miss. The first one comes in and hits you in the face, and you're like, "Oh, that's not good." And you throw up your shield, and his fist just stops like an inch from your face against the shield. And then he comes in for the bite, which again, he's just gnawing on your shield. So you take 8 points of damage from the first shot.
All right.
And then the one by Shar and Stanley. He looks at Stanley. You can see he's really pissed off that you got the Dragonborn warrior back up on his feet. And he's not happy about that, and his displeasure he's about to make known. So he comes in with 2 pummeling strikes with his fists, and he's blinded by his rage. The one definitely misses. The second one is a glancing blow that finds its way in, and then he comes down all teeth, and only manages to chew on your shield. So you take 7 points of damage. And you have Armor Master, right?
I have a +1 to my shield. I have a steel shield +1. It's a magical shield.
So, well, I know somebody has Armor Mastery.
I have medium armor, master.
I thought someone had Heavy Armor Mastery.
I have heavily armored. Maybe that's it was confusing.
So with that, it brings us back to the top of the order.
Okay. Well, Monkey Man in front of me is going to get 2 good solid punches to the face. And I'm going to burn a Kai point. He's going to get 2 solid punches to the face. Then I'm going to burn a Kai point for a flurry of blows to give me 2 more attacks. And then I'm going to burn yet another Kai point for stunning strike
Oh, nice.
on my. Oh boy.
Nice.
21, 21, 15, and 26.
They all hit.
They all hit. Okay. For 27 points of damage. And he has to make a Constitution save against a DC of 14.
I think you owe me another die 6 of damage.
Yeah, you did a crit.
Oh, yeah. That's right. 4 more points of damage. 31
Okay.
altogether.
Don't be
31.
so modest with your damage, John.
So, it's really hard to tell if you stunned him or not because his head just exploded.
Nice.
You just come in with blow after blow, and if that last one was just a boom, the total like Bruce Lee, your whole body shaking afterwards.
Monkey brains for dinner.
Yeah, pretty much. They just went across the trail and just bounced off a tree, and then it begins to dissolve into a puddle.
All right. I think I'm out of actions now.
So that brings us to Gabe. You're up.
Yep. All right. Excellent. So we have seen these huge punches. It's like, yep, I want to get by him, and I'm looking to the last enemy that I believe now has an enemy again because has someone engaged, I should say.
Yes.
Yes, that's what I thought. Okay, then I will encounter with the same thing and help. Do my lovable help that I do. And so I have the 1 attack, so that's going to be 23 to hit. And let's see how I do. It's going to be 12, 14, 17, 18, 19, so 22 points of damage as I stab it in the back of the knee. And then we'll see from there what happens.
You've been going to town on those knees.
Uh-huh.
Again, another solid blow, and you just know from experience. Had this been a creature of this world, you would have definitely severed some tendons and probably lamed it.
Excellent. Then I will, I will actually do a hide. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and go to the right side of him. The right side? I think it's the right side, and then do a hide on that side. So that'll be 22 to hide on that time.
Okay. All right. Adam, you're up at 14.
Yeah. Well, this ape is pretty messed up.
It is.
Well, I'll just stab and burn again. See, no point is in delaying his end. So, 18.
Okay. Well, you get the stab in, but not the burn.
Okay. 7 points of magic force damage.
And he is looking really bad. That spear this time lanced right through his guts and out the back side of him. He's still up, but he's clutching a wound.
Okay. Finish him! With my booming thaumaturgic voice.
Roback is up.
I'll start with a shocking grasp. Oh, that seems to be a good one. Like 20.
Yep, that hits.
Got how to do the trick.
5 lightning damage.
Okay.
And my melee attack. 16.
That will hit.
Alright. 7 damage. Magical. Piercing.
Describe it. You just took him out.
So I just take a grasp of the magical blade from my friend and get the shocking grasp through it, and with my other hand I pierce the gorilla in the throat, and I just look into his eye and I say, "I'll be the one eating some monkey flesh today."
As its last dying gasp comes out, it breathes the words, "This is not the end for me. I will return in a short 100 years. You cannot stop us forever." And with that, it fades into a pool of blood.
Yeah, I'll be dead by then.
That sounds like elf problems to me. Son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I look around. I lied. I'm not gonna eat that.
I was about to take you up on that, but if you said that,
I mean, I threw acid on that.
Several of
I've got
you
resistance
passed
to
on that.
alcohol, you know. Monkey brains are trail rations.
I pretty much think anything from the abyss is inedible.
Yeah, it doesn't reach the hell standard from the kingdom.
Yeah.
It's already cooked.
So with that, several of you guys are kind of beat up.
hmm um, I think if we do a fortification with these bodies, we can actually kind of make a little campsite using their bodies to kind of cover us.
You could, except for every time one of these things die, they turn into a puddle of blood. And
Oh, okay. I thought it was just the one. Okay. Um, then yeah, I want to go not camp anywhere near this blood. So,
Just a wise decision, my friend.
and then
I
I'm
see.
gonna whistle for the animals. Do hand gestures on top, like horse ears, and try to get their attention that maybe everything is okay to come back. And that's me, using the speak with. Well, it's not. Horses aren't small beasts, neither are dogs. Never mind. But I will still attempt to do it anyway.
a gaggle of chipmunks come instead.
Sweet.
So the mounts, they're trained for war. They come back. I mean, they haven't actually left.
Yep.
They're very skittish. I don't even know that all of you even dismounted.
Squirrels. Oh yeah, squirrels. I don't think I even really was on honestly after doing the hide, getting off and doing the hide. So squirrels, I will put them on a horse and befriend them later, unless they take off during our ride.
They're squirrels. You never know what they're going to do.
Right.
So what are you guys doing now? You know that you're very close to your destination.
I suggest
And
we
I know
take
some of you are really beat to hell.
Yeah, we probably need to take at least a short rest.
Yeah. Prepare ourselves for the ordeal in front of us.
So a short rest is an hour. You guys can burn whatever hit dice you want to burn, whatever you need to do. You get your Kai points back with a little meditation. Awesome.
I'll use my second wind.
There you go.
That's some mighty fine rolling there, Gabe.
Thank you.
Can you guys? Why that was the 8.
There's a whole lot of thinking and mathing going on.
Yeah. Well, actually, I forgot that you told us we had 2 potions, right?
Yes.
Um. Oh, I guess since I forgot to take them, I'll just take potions of healing.
That's fine.
And well, what like rarity of potion would you allow for this?
It's oh, what rarity?
Yeah,
I guess the middle. You could take the middle.
like the greater healing.
Yeah.
Uncommon. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I will take 2 of those just to. Yeah. So. Is every one of you ready?
Oh yeah.
All good.
Yes, I
Okay.
am ready.
So you guys begin to move on, and after traveling for a little bit of distance, you hear chanting in the distance up ahead.
Hmm.
Oh, I love that song.
I get an idea hearing this chanting, and I remember that I think it's the Dragonborn who did the silence thing.
Yes.
Yeah. And I tell him hearing this chanting, more than anything, we need to slow this ritual. If you can silence this demon during this ritual, I think we can.
So do you guys want to leave the mounts and try and like creep up to see what's going on?
That's my vote.
That's mine too.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
that's what I'm saying.
it's getting to be almost night, or it's getting to be dark, and you can see like a fire in the distance, like a bonfire, and there's a clearing up ahead. So everybody can drop some stealth checks.
Or as stealthy as the least stealthiest.
9.
I will call upon the knowledge of Great Bocab to give me proficiency in stealth. 17.
I got a 10.
Okay.
I got 12.
Oh, and actually, I got 6 because I'm in plate, so I've got disadvantage.
Oh,
I got a 9.
Sorry about that.
And it was going so well.
It was.
Well, you have proficiency and you have a +3, so what's that, a 7? Oh, you have
No,
minus
I've got
Dex.
yeah, I've got -1, so it's just 6.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys were creeping up, and everyone kind of goes and looks at. And at that point, you guys are at the edge of the clearing. As you get there, he kicks a rock, and you just hear a clang from his metal door. But in front of you, before you see in the clearing, is there's a row of holes in the ground. there's 5 poles in the ground. The center one has a halfling tied to it, and there is 10 robed figures holding hands around that pole and chanting and moving in a circle
All right.
as they do. Behind the pole is the blood demon that you initially saw in the clearing. Basically, again, it looks the same way, like almost like a fountain of blood, or a column, made solid, with its tentacles waving around. It seems to be gibbering in some dark language. I don't know if anybody speaks Abyssal or not.
Did they hear us or see us because of my clunkiness?
The thing does look up, and it growls in common to keep the ritual going. It is almost time, and right now you guys pretty much realize that the elf must have miscalculated, because you should have had like another 12 hours, and if you guys wouldn't have forced marched, you would have definitely been too late.
Good.
So,
Good.
Well, I turn to Shar and I say, "Silence the cultist. I will banish the demon."
Hold on. Not so hasty. Keep their attention over here. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to give the signal, and the signal will be a chicken. It's going to sound like this. Cock-a-doodle-doo. When you hear me yell it, then you can go in. Got it? Got it?
What was that sound again?
Cockle-doodle-doo.
Cockle-doodle-doo. So you guys roll initiative.
Okay.
Well, I want to kind of go in and then do something. I want to at least get 30 feet from the center post is what I want with my stealthiness.
Okay, well, actually, everyone else except for they only noticed Quinto is the one that got noticed. So everyone else is technically still stealthed, with 9 being the lowest. But because he got caught by the passive, I'm going to actually roll an active, which is even worse. So you guys are good to go.
All right. And what I'm going to do...
He's focused on Adam right now. He's the perfect distraction.
Yeah, what I want to do is get close enough to it. Once I know I'm at least 30 feet where I know I can put my mage hand, I will want to cast my mage hand and make it go invisible, and then start untying Lyndon.
Okay. You can definitely do that. The only thing is he doesn't look conscious.
So
Okay.
I guess while their attention is on me, I could.
We're gonna do this first. Like, each one of you guys get to take an action, and the blood demon looks right at you, and Antquill, and says, "You should not have come alone. You are doomed."
It's payback time. So who's first?
Yeah, might as well drop initiative, so this way we'll just use that as the order.
Yeah.
And we can put that in the chat.
Yeah, I will ask my cleric friend what would help him.
Oh, we lost.
Who'd we lose?
We lost Will.
Well.
He was so strong the whole time.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just throw him in wherever he comes back at.
Okay.
What did Will roll last time? Let's take a look. 13, so.
Yeah. So are you guys holding your action until Gabe does his thing?
I am.
Well, I guess I should not. Since they all see me, I guess I'm just sitting duck if I.
All their actions are going to take place in front of yours, because they have a surprise round.
Okay, so they get to take their turn before me.
Yes, yeah, and then the order will go. I just had them roll initiative so they can act in whatever order their initiative
Okay.
is, unless they hold for Gabe to go.
Perfectly fine. I just wanted to be even more distracting.
Yes.
Welcome back.
And just give us the initiative, Will, and drop it in the chat.
Yeah, I think my mic is off.
No,
We
it's
can hear
alright.
you.
We hear you.
Okay, so I just can't hear through my headphone. All right.
All right. So Gabe, that's what you're doing. You're untying them.
Yes, sir. Did you want to roll with that? To go with.
No,
with
you
that
don't need
time?
to roll to untie it. You're more than capable of doing that.
All right, because I was gonna say, oh, okay, cool. And it's like I said, the hand is invisible while it's manipulating the ropes.
Okay, so the ropes come loose and the halfling slips to the ground.
Excellent. That's the commotion we needed.
Nice job.
Do you make your chicken sound?
Not
the most
yet.
important
I
thing.
want
Okay.
to. I want to see what the cultists do at this point.
They keep chanting.
Okay,
And
so there's no reaction to the body actually falling.
Nope. One of them steps out of the circle and they close the circle, and that one is holding some kind of knife with a wavy blade, and he's holding it up to the sky, and he's still chanting.
Okay. I will then. Let's see. So I'm doing the motion. That's kind of an action. Oh man. And okay, because message is an action. Doing the manipulating that is an action. It's a bonus action. It's really everything I can do at the moment. I can't even. I don't really want to speak at this second. So continue on. I mean, honestly, I don't. It's not the right time to be doing it. So I want to wait once more.
Okay.
Call me impatient. Our guy's down and they're raising the dagger. I'm throwing silence on the chanters.
Okay.
I'm not waiting for nothing to do. It's going.
So you do that, and I guess you can center it right in the center. It covers all of them, and all of a sudden everything goes deathly silent, and they're still chanting for a moment, and then they kind of looking around and looking at each other, and you can see that the blood demon is screaming something and pointing a tentacle, towards Antiquil. and you have no idea what he's screaming. Does somebody have observant?
I do.
So you absolutely see him scream, kill that fool, destroy him. They've ruined the ritual.
Nice.
Well, he ruined the ritual, singular.
Excellent.
On me, man.
I will remember to tell them that at the end of all this.
I will be remembered for that, but I will die.
So, with that, after he gives the order, he points, they all begin drifting forward.
Okay.
But he doesn't. He begins to turn into red mist.
Yeah.
And float away.
Can I act? No?
Yes, you can act. You actually,
okay.
You would act before him. So.
He's transforming into mist, right?
Yes.
So, I speak to the demon, and I say, I think you know this trick. I banish you, and I just tear, like to break the reality and make a tear, and to try to just bring this mist down into the abyss again, trying to banish him. So
That's a charisma.
Yeah, if I recall correctly, it is charisma.
And what is your DC?
15.
A 15. So he begins to turn into the mist and
Okay.
move away. But as he does that, he moves right into the rift you just ripped behind him,
Nice.
and it just slams shut
Okay.
with him on the other side.
Nice.
And I say now's a good time to hear the rooster.
So
Yeah,
with that, these are just basically ye old cultists, so they're not very good combatants. You guys are going to just mop the floor with them. They don't give up, and they fight to the very last of them.
Okay.
Um,
Well, it's not. The demon can still be back. Actually, I need to concentrate and keep focus for a whole minute for him to be definitely banished. If they
Okay.
break my concentration, they could actually bring him back. So just in case you wanted to, it's like
okay, I'm going to assume that they don't actually know that.
Okay.
Because these are the lower level.
Yeah, I'm just saying that to you as the DM if you wanted
Yeah.
to.
So these are like the dregs of cultists because their organization has taken a severe hit in the last few months, and anyone of any knowledge or power has been pretty much wiped out. This was Narkitis' last ditch effort with sending the blood demons through the sacrifice of his pawn, the former mayor. So it's only a matter of time before you guys wipe the floor with the remaining cultists. Within a couple of rounds, they're all down.
Never the majestic sound of a rooster has been so beautiful. We vanquished our foe, my friends.
And with that, this is the start of the first election of GryphonGaff ever. With the fall of the old mayor, and now we'll eventually have a new one. Hopefully, the election will be less exciting than the run-up too. So, I just want to thank you guys all for gaming with me tonight, and hopefully we get to do it again sometime.
Yeah.
It was cool to have some of my friends from the north join us.
You're welcome. Indeed, it was fun.
Yeah,
guys.
With that, thanks everyone that watched. Until next time, stay nerdy.
All right, you too.
You guys
Bye.
can all say goodbye.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.